Yo, what up? It's your boy Doughboy Tony. We back with another episode of What's the Word on the realest platform on YouTube, American Cholo. Y'all already know what it is. I got my boys in the building. I got Frankie up in here.
Yo,
my
what
homie
up?
Philosopher.
I was popping.
Shit, we got a special guest for y'all, man. Look at that.
They took Philosopher out the wide angle.
They said, fool, you're getting cut out of this.
Boy. You know why they took him off the wide angle? Leave that angle right there. Leave that angle. Fix the wide one. Leave it. You know why they took him out the wide angle? Remember, as soon as you guys were walking in, these are like my mijos here, right? These are my boys right here. But I really enjoy your guys' conversation. You guys have some real shit. But the only thing I have to gripe about is like these fucking michelada cups, fool. Because when I saw you guys walking in, right? Look why, homie. I have to come to my studio every time after you guys are done, and that's what I see, bro. But every time, Philosopher.
But you didn't see the gentleness of tearing the label off, bro?
Fuck that label. Look at my table.
All the polvo.
Yeah, it's that little polvo shit.
Hey, go back to that wide angle. You can't see me.
You gotta clean that up, big
back
dog.
to where you can't see me.
What's up with you guys, man?
At least it's not a different polvo, dog.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
That's the issue right there, huh? Hey, respect
Like
the
if it was
policy,
the other
G.
one, I wouldn't mind,
Respect
huh?
the policy,
Hey,
homie.
Respect the policy, homie.
Hold up, I got 2 coasters.
Damn.
Yes, fool.
Doubled up on
Sick,
it.
fool.
Hey,
You
but-
still got the biggest mess, G.
You got too close to the biggest man.
For sure.
Yeah, you gotta respect the mesa,
That's
Holmes.
just called trying too hard. My bad.
That's all good, man.
But what's up with y'all boys?
What's up,
Yeah.
man? Can't hear you. What?
Yeah,
What?
Chris.
He,
little bit,
he wants
por
to
favor.
hear. He wants to hear himself, homie.
Por favor.
There you go.
Gracias.
He wants to max that shit out.
Just a little bit. There it is.
Sounds better, huh?
Yeah.
Like everybody else sounds fucking loud right now.
Oh, for real.
Give us some comments up there, man. Let me
All
just
right,
shut
there
up.
it is.
I'm supposed to be just a guest over here.
Nah.
Let me just
Come
shut
on,
up
come
over
on,
here,
yo.
bro.
Come
You
on.
can run this. You can run this.
My name is Gil. So what are we talking about today, man?
Shit, we got a lot of different things. As you know, we like to talk about sports and just different fucking news that we see on social media that has to pertain to the real world, bro. A lot of different topics, sometimes some bullshit. Last week we debated the Whataburger in In-N-Out.
Oh, that's true.
But I think we kick it off with some basketball. I mean, that's like the biggest thing right now in sports.
Sports.
The playoffs,
Yeah.
bro.
Playoffs.
Playoffs.
The playoffs, dog.
Who's in the playoffs?
We
Not
got
the Lakers, are they?
Oh,
It doesn't
bro.
seem like it, dog.
Damn.
No, they're not in the
Hey.
playoffs, bro. They're just filling
Hey,
the time
fool.
slot right now, carnal.
Hey, homie.
Hey, y'all just lost at home at the crib,
all
bro.
good, dog.
You're supposed to take care of home base, my G. You guys
Hey.
just lost at home base with Kawhi back, dog.
Don't even trip. Fool.
Okay, fool. Yeah, you're right. That's why I was gonna limit my shit talking to just a little bit. Just
I'm about
a
to
little
buy me a
bit.
Clippers jersey, huh? I'm about to hang my. I'm about to
hell
get,
no.
There we
hey,
go.
fool, I'm a winner, fool.
There we go.
I'm gonna get out my Laker one and put him over here. I'm like, gonna see Gil with the Clippers, homie. I'm a winner, homie.
That's
I'm a winner.
right. That's right.
Nah, but so what do you guys? Who do you guys think is the hottest team right now playing? Let's go with that one.
Easily to me. I mean, honestly, the best team overall to me is the Celtics.
Really?
The Celtics have the best squad, bro.
Did they win today?
They're currently playing.
They
against
should be
Miami.
almost over. Check the score on
Yeah,
that one.
Let's
They
check
just got
the score on that one.
That
Yeah,
might
this-
just. I think that's over already.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, that's the best squad in both sides of on both conferences. The only team to me that can really like potentially match them and compete very well is Denver, bro. Oh, they're losing. Wow,
Man.
Celtics are losing by 9. That is
There you go.
crazy.
There you
That's
go.
the thing, bro. It's playoff basketball.
Yeah,
You
for sure.
You gotta expect shit like that to happen. You gotta expect your team to blow 20-point leads.
Nothing major. Nothing major.
like the Lakers did.
And your superstars not to show up.
You know,
Hey, dog.
So,
yeah.
it's just somebody else's run. When I saw the highlights from the Lakers game, I'm like, that was us before. The Lakers would be the ones coming back from 20 points and hitting that shot, and it
Facts.
felt great. So you got to lose some to know how good it feels to win, brother.
For sure.
And right now, we're definitely getting a lot of hurt in LA.
that's
Yeah. No, and honestly, I'm concerned about the Clippers after seeing yesterday's performance. I really am.
me too.
I mean, dog, we got our superstar back in the motherfucking building, dog, and it was his first playoff home game too, bro, and he didn't do shit. And in the fourth quarter, bro, we were down by 7. Kawhi's on the bench, and we closed that gap, bro. We tied the game. Honestly, the Clippers, even the first game without Kawhi, I mean, we smacked Dallas. And then yesterday when Kawhi's not on the court, bro, you see the big difference. It's
So bench him or what?
I think he needs to come off the bench then, because what happens is he slows down the game a lot.
Was he gone for a couple games? Is that what it was?
He was gone for he was gone for a couple games towards the end of the season.
So the rhythm they got right
Yeah.
now is
Yeah.
good. So start him on the bench, but I don't think he will.
No, they won't. But the thing is that he's too aggressive, bro. He needs the ball. He runs the offense. The offense runs through him. And what happens when he's gone, they allow Harden to be aggressive.
I think you really need him to get back into the fold. He's the only player on there that has championship DNA. He doesn't disappear in the playoffs, unlike James Harden, unlike Russell Westbrook, unlike Paul George, who were nowhere to be found when it counted. Kawhi is the guy that's gonna, if anybody's gonna take it to the promised land, it's gonna be Kawhi.
That's a big if.
Yeah.
That's a big if.
That's a big if. I mean,
That's
the Clippers are just man. I don't know. I like kind of like the Angels. I think a little bit. Like
Damn, dog, we're catching heat, G. Fuck. I don't even want to talk about the Angels. We lost today,
Yeah,
bro.
my cuñado is a huge Angel fan, right? And oh my god, he don't want to. He hasn't, but he hasn't want to talk about Angels for the last like 5 years.
5, try 20. Shit, we haven't done shit, bro.
And that's coming from the Angels
It's
fan on the
horrible.
panel.
The Dodgers are up, 8-2 right now.
Oh, I went to a Dodger game. You guys gone to a Dodger game lately?
Not yet.
Dude, let me give you some advice, homie. Get some cheap ass bleacher seats. Get the cheapest seats you can find at Dodger Stadium. They have so many bars and they got places like this where the seats start right there, right? The good seats start right here, but they have a bar a little thinner than this with stools that are first come, first serve. So you go around, figure out where you want to sit, post up right there. The bar's right here, fool. TVs are here everywhere.
Damn.
Dodger Stadium doesn't have I didn't like that. They don't really have that big, what's it called? The big ass TV.
Like a big screen?
Yeah, but something ton or something is called.
Oh, yeah, like a Jumbotron?
A Jumbotron.
Yeah.
They don't really have that. They have it. They hardly use it. So you're way back here, and you want to see a replay of it. You can't see it. But at the bar, yeah, dude, to me that's the way to go, bro. You guys really got to go. And the backside of it's almost like what's up there in Universal Studios? City Walk.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So you guys got to make a trip out there to go to Dodger
beautiful.
Stadium, homeboy.
Yeah, I've been wanting to
free
go to.
game
I've been
right
wanting
there.
to go to a Dodger game. Like even the Angel homies, they're like some of them are like, even though like we're not Dodger fans, like the ambiente is just way different at Dodger Stadium
way
than
better.
Angel Stadium.
Yeah.
No, I can imagine.
It's
I mean,
way better.
That's like one thing that the
Angel
Dodgers,
Stadium's cool, bro. I've been to a couple games over there.
Only the Budweiser patio gets down at Angel Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, but over there, you're not gonna get shot or fucking shanked.
That's
At least
probably-
back then.
that's true.
Bro. Now
That's
it's
true.
Dodger Stadium, dude, they have like security everywhere, bro.
Damn.
Like there's hardly any blind spots, bro. Hardly any blind spots, which is good.
Which is good. Yeah,
it's a good thing.
You don't need people getting stabbed.
I
and
saw
stomped out.
I saw a couple guys getting hemmed up and getting kicked out. Like on some real shit. They were drunk as hell. Let them outside. But Angel Stadium, I think, was a pretty good.
It's a cool
just-
experience. It's definitely like more calm.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah,
calm.
the one thing that the Dodgers do very well is cater to like Latinos.
Of course.
Very well.
Too many Raider fans over there. Let's keep it real, fool. Let's keep it real. Philosopher. Too many Raider fans, right?
I mean,
Facts.
it's one and the same, dog.
That's what it
You
is,
know
huh?
what I mean? It's one and the same. If you're a Dodger fan, you're automatically a Raiders fan.
That's
If
the
you're
way
a
it goes.
Raiders-
For the most part, right?
It's 1-1, dog.
I believe it. I
Yeah,
believe
and
it.
you're getting stabbed and fucking hemmed up in both spots, bro. That's part of the experience, dog.
Hey, but I'm surprised we haven't heard a lot of like Las Vegas drama at the Raider Stadium. Like
Yeah.
you would have thought that because everybody's like, oh, dude, they're gonna that. But who knows how many people they arrest every day? That'd be
true.
That'd be cool to get somebody who does security there or something that knows about security. Anybody know about security? Hit us up, man. That'd be cool to see. It does because I know they have that little like jail in there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people to hold.
Yeah.
They do in there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So right. So I wonder how many guys go in there every game.
Well, to be honest, though, the Vegas dude's probably it might just be a Cali thing, bro. Like, well,
Oh no, I know, no, because it's
You
Vegas.
know,
Because people are going there to fucking party and act the fucking fool.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, they're acting a fool.
100%.
They're acting a fool on the strip, though.
hey, some fools walk in there with the radio. Okay, I got my fucking money for the game.
I got my bail money.
I got my bail
I got my bail money.
Come on, bail money.
Yeah.
Shit, you
All
need
right,
that
babe,
for sure.
Hey, babe, keep this in your purse for you. All right, just don't spend it. No matter
No,
what,
that
don't
is
spend
crazy
it.
though that they fucking
Notorious
built, like, a whole
one
little
in the
jailhouse.
building. He said the Clippers losing to the Mavs, homie.
Hey dog, fucking Nuggets in 4, my boy.
Damn.
Hey, look, I'm gonna
Hey,
tell you, Nuggets.
hey,
You don't
dog.
want to know why
Hey,
Nuggets
dog.
in 4G? Look, bro, AD had probably one of his best performances he's had all season, dog. He dropped 30 plus points, bro, shooting like about almost 70%, right, from
Yeah.
the field goal.
Damn.
He puts on a fucking beautiful performance. LeBron has about 20 plus more combined rebounds and assists. He's doing his thing. He's grabbing boards. He's passing the ball. He's dishing it out. He drops 25 plus. D'Angelo Russell goes 7 for 11 from the 3-point line, dog. You're talking about 64% about.
That's good.
Which doesn't happen very often, you know, and he drops 20 plus as well. Dog, they had one of their best performances they could have possibly had. And I'm not going to discredit completely because Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura were completely
Trash.
just out of the picture.
Trash.
But dog, you're talking about the 3 best players doing what they were supposed to, bro, and they blew a lead. G.
The rest of the bench, bro. That's everybody else who's supposed to pitch in and didn't do their job. Everybody has a job. The thing about it, right, that we talked about is not only did the bench the Denver bench outscore the Laker bench, right? It's just the intensity, like that intensity wasn't there. And playing in Mile High and having played those 2 playoff games and then going to Mile High and playing in altitude, man. Bro, like if you've never ran if you've never been a Big Bear or ran up in altitude, it's different.
Yeah, of course.
It's a different type of conditioning that it takes. So I'm like, look, I get it. Yeah, we lost. Look, we took them to the brink. We lost. I'll live with it. It is what it is. What we're talking about, what Gil was talking about is like, bro, why didn't they take no timeouts? Why didn't LeBron run the ball out and take the last shot? I'm like, it didn't happen. Like Darvin Ham had those 2 timeouts in his pocket, bro.
Darvin Ham is trash, bro.
Bro, yeah.
Darvin Ham is trash, dog. Straight fucking trash, bro. Fuck. Look, dog.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah.
For real.
It doesn't go bad. It doesn't go it doesn't go further than bad coaching and just, bro. Okay, LeBron took very good command in the 4th quarter, but sometimes you don't need that, bro. AD was popping off. Dish the ball to AD, let AD keep doing what he was doing.
Yeah, it's working.
You know, but LeBron, I mean, he scored the most points in the 4th quarter on both sides, on both teams, you know, like combined. He was doing his thing, what he needed to do. He fucked up on that play 100%, but overall, I mean, it comes down to coaching and the players just, I don't know, they gave up, I guess, bro. Denver had one of the worst shooting nights they've ever had all season, bro. They shot 22% from the 3-point line, dog. You know how rare that is?
Oh,
so
bro.
for Denver to shoot that bad and the 3 best players on the Lakers to play that good and blow a 20-point lead, I would be concerned.
Yeah, and isn't Denver already altitude, right?
Yeah, Denver's in altitude.
So, I mean, I would imagine that's just like more of a compliment to the Lakers at that point. One question, though, because like something you brought up that is interesting. So with fighting altitude, when you got a guy that doesn't fight at altitude or train at altitude, you actually can really see the difference in their performance. It's fairly measurable, right?
What is it, like less oxygen?
Yeah.
Right?
It's a lot harder on your lungs, man. It's like less oxygen and more gravity.
I forgot what boxer said that he doesn't like that. There's one that just currently said that he doesn't.
To be honest, dude, most don't. Not too many people, unless you live at an altitude place already. Most people, it just doesn't. It sucks. It sucks, right? So like your lungs, they're just not functioning the same.
You're just not getting the full amount of oxygen.
And then you have a lot more weight and pressure on you that you're not used to. So your skeletal structure, your nervous system, your body, everything's moving slower, right? But for fighting, it's actually a lot easier to see it. You know, it's measurable just visually. Is it the same for like basketball? Can you really see that?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, you could tell because fools get worn out quick.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah, for sure.
Like they get tired right away. Even football.
But see, that's weird for what you guys are saying, though, because if the Denver team, you're playing in Denver, you would assume that, you know, the Lakers would be slower, wouldn't be shooting too well.
Definitely
right?
were slower. I'm like, if you watch LeBron play, bro, like that's when I was telling DBT, right, outside before we got into the podcast, I'm like, that's when I realized, like, and you really see LeBron's age.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's getting much older.
You know, he couldn't carry the team like he typically does, and he couldn't play, you know, super intense that whole 4th quarter like a Jamal Murray, like a Joker, right? Who are able to really kind of give that intensity. They're used to that altitude, but also that was like 138, bro. Yeah, he's old. He's
at 138. Jesus, that makes me a fucking 149, bro.
He's super. He's old. You know, he's older, right? Which definitely doesn't help when it comes to those type of situations, right? No. But like, I'm like, look, I'll take it. Like, we're coming back to the crib. We're coming back to Staples. I'm like, they did what they're supposed to do in Denver, which was kind of hold down the home court. But like, I would hate to lose home court like the Clippers did. But it is what it is.
Guess what? Yeah, that'll hurt.
That would hurt.
Hey, but talking about the NBA, is TikTok lying to me by showing me how many damn travels don't get called anymore on the NBA, bro?
No, they're not lying.
They're not lying.
If it looks flashy and it looks cool, they're gonna let it slide,
bro.
They're more than
I see some of these fools like 3, stop, do a double dribble, and go again. And like, what the fuck?
For sure.
Yeah, if they do some cool shit and there was a travel or double dribble involved, they'll probably let it slide.
It's like, it's like WWE.
That's lame.
Entertainment.
3.5, 3.25. Yeah.
No, you see guys taking
lame, bro.
4 steps, double dribble.
No, I'm
and
saying like the ref. If he does it all good and Q, they're like 3.5, 3.25.
But the ref has to see it, bro. How the fuck does the ref not see it? He's right in front of it, bro.
Yeah, you have the
Facts.
best eyes on the court to catch problems.
ref's gotta
So do
call
you
your
think
shot.
that you think the refs like had a meeting with management and management said, "Listen, guys, I'm not telling you not to call him, but if it's a flashy thing, if it's gonna be a highlight, like
Or,
let
or
us
to be
slide."
honest,
Yeah.
what about if it's just on like Bruss LeBron, like
But isn't that bullshit? Wouldn't
That's
that be?
complete
Wouldn't
bullshit.
that be like sitting here and say, "Hey, dude, that's what?" Well, it happened, Otani.
It's collusion.
Look at
Hey,
Otani.
hey,
Otani,
collusion.
if it was anybody else,
Ref
Otani would be
collusion.
gone, bro.
That's true.
Everybody at Dodger Stadium was like, "Yeah, Otani's guilty." Everybody knows
Hell
it, bro.
yeah.
Everybody,
Without a doubt,
everybody in
he is.
America knows it, bro.
Yeah. But that kills the sport off, man. Because it's not pure. It's not like highest level
Thank you.
athleticism.
Thank
know?
you.
But like we were talking about this in one of the last episodes. Like, what was he betting on though? Do we know? Do we
Who?
know what Otani? Do we know what Otani or his interpreter? Right? Because we don't
Yeah,
know for sure. There was
allegedly, fool.
allegedly.
Fuck, dog.
Fool,
Allegedly, it was Otani.
dog.
Yeah.
Right? But like, does it matter what he's betting on? If he's not, let's say if he's not betting on baseball, he's betting on other sports. Does that matter?
It does.
Like
No.
Ryan bet on himself to win.
Okay, to me, does it matter as long as it's not baseball? No. But these are the rules. They kick what's the name out? Pete Rose for that, for less. And Pete Rose was betting on himself. Pete
true.
Rose was
Yeah.
betting on, so in other words, I'm gonna win this bitch, homie. And that's before all the point spreads, anything like that. So Pete Rose was betting straight up, I'm gonna win. To me, if you're an athlete, you should be able to vote on yourself. I mean, fucking gamble, bet on yourself. I think you should
Yeah.
be able to say, you know what, I'm gonna win.
But
But
to be honest, that's
Yeah.
the only bet you should be able to do because you can't fake your shit. You can't like.
Yeah, I
you know
think
what
if you're
mean?
constantly betting against yourself,
oh no, yeah,
and you're losing,
I'll
be like, oh,
no, you can't even bet yourself once, bro. You
Yeah.
can't. That's completely illegal. I mean, that shit.
Yeah.
But everybody looked the other way. Let's not say is it that bad. No, but it's the rules. Anybody else would have got kicked out. Fool. Everybody knows that was.
Hell yeah.
How many?
Hell
$4
yeah.
million? No mames. It ain't
4.5
like 4,000, maybe even 40 grand at that level. $4 million, fool.
yeah,
$4
there's
million.
just no way, dog.
Hey, Ryan just
Hey.
came up like 12 mil, no?
Hey, he bet
Oh,
on
yeah.
himself.
He
Hey,
bet on
shout out
himself.
Ryan
Nothing major.
Garcia.
That was a
man.
finesse.
Hey,
Drop
hey,
some
hey,
fires in the
what's
chat
that-
if
what's
y'all
that
make
little
some
thing
money
you
on
have in
that
front of your
Ryan
cup right there,
fight,
bro?
bro.
Oh, Hadar.
Yeah, well, go ahead and give a plug to Hadar, man. They are sponsoring this show today.
Sponsor of our show today is Hadar Extracts. If you guys went out there and enjoyed a very high 420, like the homie Ryan who fooled everybody, right? Bet on himself.
Oh, that fool.
That fool was smoking on this, dog.
Yeah. Or
Like,
maybe y'all
for
were
sure.
because you didn't peep the game. You was too much in the haze, bro.
Facts.
Right?
Hey,
Super
man, I
fact.
don't think anybody saw that coming.
Hey,
Nah.
I'm gonna say I was the
didn't.
only one
Yeah,
that
I
called
didn't.
that Ryan
No,
Dub
straight-
last
you
straight
did
up,
though.
straight
respect. I'm like, I got to
Yeah.
address something.
Did he call
that-
it?
Yeah,
I
he did.
called it.
I got to
That's
address
right.
something that was said in the chat because Notorious. Just bro, if you guys can pull down, Notorious just mentioned that Ryan is better than
Thank
Chavez.
you, thank you,
saw that.
thank you.
Nah,
What kind of
G,
whoa?
nah.
Hey,
whoa.
send that fool a couple shots, homie.
Man,
Send that fool a couple
send him
shots.
some Hadar, bro.
Boom, Carnal, come on, Notorious,
Notorious, I
homie.
usually agree with you on some text, dog, but that one I don't know.
No,
man.
he's tripping
He
balls.
said it twice.
Yeah, that's
I say
crazy.
Canelo is,
Listen.
but not Ryan.
Whoa. Tú también,
No
güey?
Bro, what
mames,
the
güey.
fuck?
Are we
No
gonna do this
mames.
again,
We're gonna do
dog?
this
Come on,
again, bro.
dog.
Fuck, bro.
What'd you say? That Haney was fighting plumbers, so was Chavez, fool.
Ah,
The
come
fuck is any
on, bro.
different, dog?
All
You
of
know
a
who I'd
sudden,
say is okay. First of all,
Maybe 'cause I'm
okay,
young, dog. I don't know.
Ryan Garcia had a great fight. Okay, this last one. He still could not be considered a great, like one of the great legend
No,
fighters.
no,
yet.
hell no.
Is he
Bro.
a great fighter? Yeah. When he comes, red leg, that was a great fight, homie. But to sit there and just win one fight and all of a sudden claim that's Notorious. Notorious thing is this: he's young, and anybody that's in his young world that's popping right now, it's the best in the world, bro.
it's the greatest.
It's the greatest, bro. LeBron's the
Ever.
greatest.
Yeah.
Fucking this guy. Everybody's the greatest in his world.
LeBron's debatable.
Because Canelo, he was saying the last time was the greatest. Now Canelo's gotten old. Ryan's a new one.
He's the new kid.
So Notorious like a teenage girl right now. He says shit.
Man,
No,
Notorious,
to
man.
me, for Ryan to be the greatest, he would have to obviously rematch and beat Tank. That'll put him there because anybody who could sit there on a high caliber, lose a fight, come back and win it, that's great material. That's Muhammad Ali. That's a lot of the
100%.
big guys, bro, that did that shit. So, but as far as being the greatest, no, man, you got
No.
to me like you can't even put you in the category of Roberto Duran, fool.
My God.
No.
Thank you.
Come on,
Thank
homie.
you.
Roberto Duran would be the equivalent of let's say Canelo. Roberto Duran would be the equivalent of Canelo fighting and beating Mayweather, fucking Ryan, Tank, you name it. All these big guys, bro. I mean, really going and not kind of just going toe to toe. That's back then when homies were we boxing, we getting it in, homie. That fight that and it was a great fight.
Benny the Jet.
Yeah, it was a great fight, but the kind of fights that they were fighting and the caliber back then, it wasn't so much politics because boxing was still, they weren't making hundreds of millions of dollars yet. So we got to fight, fool. And they're fighting the top of the top, bro. Right now, people are, I'm playing with the weight. No, back then, fools want to get it in, fool.
Yeah. And they're fighting 15 rounds.
And they're fighting 15 rounds.
They're
Thank
fighting
you,
15
bro.
rounds.
Thank you.
And see, like, that's kind of the point that I was making last time, is that the mentality of these guys in the golden era, it was different. Like, they were after legacy, not a bag. There was no bag like that, bro. Like, I'm trying to put my name down. I'm trying to establish something here.
Trying to make history.
Right, exactly. Like, you're fighting for something so different, and the level of performance you're going to give and the dedication you're going to give is way different. These guys are sitting here trying to get fouled to take 5 minutes off. That shit don't exist back then, dog.
Bro.
Like, nah, fool.
But to your point,
I don't know, but I mean that Ryan. Oh, go ahead.
To your point, DBT, like, I got to give Ryan his flowers, bro. Like, I was
for sure.
Me and this fool right over here, we picked Devin because I wasn't familiar with your game, your mental game, right? I didn't think you had it in you. Yeah. But obviously getting some coaching from Mayweather, Floyd became somebody who really, directed you in this fight. Yeah.
Was he really behind the scenes directing him?
Yeah, bro. Did you see Devin's dad? Go at Floyd?
Yeah.
They're FaceTiming each other. Him talking shit that you're a bitch, you're this and you're that. I'm just like, bro, like, I'm like,
Floyd to lay his ass out.
Yeah, 1,000%, right? Work. But he took the same approach. He did the exact same thing that Floyd did to Marquez. Yep. Floyd came over 3 pounds over Marquez, right? Sir. He was supposed to meet at 144, came in 147, right? And he's like, fuck the belt, bro. Like,
yeah, you don't care about the belts.
You're the money guy. Like, fuck the belt.
Yeah, you got it or not.
Exactly. Come in heavier. Don't kill yourself to make this weight.
Makes sense.
And Ryan came in looking like he was 165, 170, bro. Easy.
But you know what? I'm glad you said that, man, because one thing to what you said earlier, like how he's not great. Let's just be 100 about it. Ryan has two things going for him. He has a lead left hook and speed, and that's it. Yes. There's nothing else in that.
He came with the right. He came with a couple straight rights. So he did some combinations,
bro.
Okay,
but they were all setups for the lead left hook. Look at everything that
but that's his power hit. I mean, that's his video game. You're in a video game with him. That was crazy with that shit, fool.
Yeah, well. Right? So then what does that say to the other person?
He said he only got a left hook. Well, that left hook
it wasn't the left hook that was a problem for Haney. It was the speed that was a problem for Haney.
He's fast, bro.
Right? Every time, so the right hand he would throw, or he would double up on his jab, and Haney started biting on that second jab, and the hook would come. He couldn't respond quick
But then
enough.
he started going with the right. He switched it up. So if you're that fast...
But
let him know.
Lower the chat.
So this is the thing, right? And then that's where a greater fighter comes in. Because how did Tank beat him? He fucking boxing 101, ducked underneath that left hook and came over with one and laid his ass out. That's all you really have to do. When the left hook is not the problem, speed is the problem with Ryan, right? Yeah. But what you said is that actually made this fight interesting, bro. If you go back and watch Haney fight, Haney used the Philly shell for so much of that fight.
Yeah.
And who was backing up fucking
Floyd?
Come on, dog. Like, first of all, Haney, you knew that. You're an idiot. Nobody understands the defense or offense of the Philly shell better than this man right here. You should have came in with a whole different game plan at that point. Because now Ryan has that speed that you can't even come close to match. You can't even see his hands. Yeah. He's gonna change his setups into play with you. And that lead left hook is a motherfucker when it lands. And then your fucking stance is gonna be the Philly shell, who's this guy's being literally coached by at this point.
Who perfected it.
That's ridiculous.
Bro, but I do have to give credence to the weight.
One more thing, keep in mind, lead left hook on somebody that's on a different stance and you're using a fucking Philly shell, dog. It's right there all day.
All day.
Yeah.
The one thing I will give credence to is Ryan coming in overweight, right? Like, a lot of people want to say, oh, well, that has nothing to do with it because Devin comes in like a 165. Ryan came in like a 170. But look when Ryan fought Tank. We were talking about it off air, right?
Smoked out, fool.
Yeah. Bro, he looks...
Look at him. He's in a pipa, not the gym, fool.
Fool looks smoked out.
Smoked out, fool.
Where do you think those comments came from, dog?
He looks at that homie on the block like, damn, fool, which one? I'm good, fool. I'm good. Like, nah, fool, you smoked out.
You smoked out, G.
And you don't say too much because that homie still got hands.
Yeah, he still got hands. See?
Smoked out, but he suck you up.
But look how much of a difference that made. And that was just 5. That was like 8 pounds. That was like 8 pounds.
But I think because he had to make that weight he couldn't. And also, they had a, I think, rehydration clause.
Rehydration clause.
And that to me,
Well, Haney had that in there.
No
Against
rehydration
Ryan.
clause.
not in this one.
Yeah.
No,
No
on
rehydration
this one he
clause.
didn't.
No, Haney didn't have
Well,
it.
that's what I'm saying. You typically have
Tank
a
had that
rehydration,
one.
right?
Yeah.
You don't create what Haney did on this was pretty much to fuck Ryan. That's terrible to put him on, dog. Like, you should rehydrate, bro. That first of all, your brain's gonna.
No, but
get
Haney
fucked
on
up.
this one he didn't have it. He rehydrated for that one. I
Oh, he
believe.
did?
He didn't have a rehydration
No, he wanted
clause.
to fight, homie. He
Oh,
wanted.
yeah.
He wanted to fight. He wanted to fight. That's why he came back. No, I bet you
Oh, okay.
weigh him regular.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
170, bro. Easy,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But he
Yeah,
looks
low
fucking
key.
great.
He looked great.
So I said this before the fight. I said if I had to put money, I would have put it on Haney because
Yeah.
Garcia, Ryan just sold the shit out of that, bro. Because he had mental issues from before, and he did. I don't know if people know he took like a year or something out because anxiety was getting to him. So everybody thought this anxiety shit's getting to him. I don't know if he found a good connect and he's just feeling good. Maybe he's hanging out with Oscar.
Probably.
Hey,
probably.
And he came and won, and I said it, and we talked about it right before you came in. He was either going to be the biggest clown.
Yeah.
Or the king, homie. And he did come out the king, bro. But if he would have lost, come on, people. What is this? Before they would come out with the nukes, homie.
Yeah,
Boom,
yeah,
boom.
yeah.
Am I lying?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
not at all.
100%.
One fight will change your whole career. Fool. Everybody thought this was done. His career is over with. And if he would have lost, the Raza would have got into him. Fool.
Hey, but you know what's the fucked up part? Like, everything, if he lost, everything he said would have been devalued immediately, right?
Yes.
And it would have been crazy. He won, and it's kind of just going to fall into the water.
You know what's crazy?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, everybody's everybody's talking about him right
For
now.
sure.
bro.
Not
He's
him.
super
The shit
trending.
he was talking about.
Yeah.
You know.
But they'll remember the fight.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? Like a lot of people that I know personally out there in social media and just in like the fight game general, right? Like never supported Ryan, right? Like always talk shit, always had something to say, and all of a sudden this kid wins and everybo's a fucking fan.
Hey,
all
fool.
of a
Hey,
fucking
fool.
sudden you're a fan, bro.
Like I said, when I'm going from the Lakers to my Clipper jersey, everybody loves winners, fool. We love winners. That's what it is. America. That's why you can have somebody fuck up, and then we watch it. Damn, this fool just crashed out nasty, and then in a year or two, and then he's back to being what's the name? Iron Man. Yeah. That fool was all doped out.
That fool was coked out his mind, dog.
We love
Sick
seeing
ass
winners,
fool.
homie. We'll see the crash, but then we'll come back and we'll get for the win. And I think that's what happened with Ryan. Ryan,
And we can't really go against that. Like, if people want to root for him now, like, fuck it.
no,
You know,
to me,
let it
when I
happen.
first,
hate those
I was a fan when he was a young kid, and I would see him, and I would say, damn, this
Yeah.
fool's fucking fast. This fool's got skills.
Yeah.
But then after that year or so hiatus, he fell off, bro. It's like if you're not doing content on YouTube, you're off for a year, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody's even gonna see you.
Well, it is kind of how he came up, though. He kind
Yeah.
of did come up off the whole social media.
And people
platform.
thought, oh, this was
Yeah.
just a social media whore.
Yeah.
For sure.
And he might be,
Yeah.
but at the same time, he's a champ.
He got
homie.
hands.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll sock you.
He
He'll
got
sock you
hands.
up and take your girl. That's the problem.
Facts, right? Like, see, man? For real, fool.
Hey, you know what he reminds me of?
Do
'Cause-
MMA.
Oscar De La Hoya. Yes, Oscar De La Hoya. Because when
Yeah.
I was young, I hated Oscar's fucking guts. Because all the rucas wanted Oscar,
Yeah.
fool. Let's keep it real. All the rucas wanted Oscar, fool.
All the tias, homie.
Yeah. Fuck that, vato. I was one of those, fool. And then he beat Chavez. No, hasta más, güey. Hasta más. Que chinga su madre este güey. And then when Trinidad beat him, I was happy as shit.
Damn.
You know, I ain't even gonna lie. But then, like, once Oscar's career, like Mayweather, of course, I was going for Oscar. But now that, you know, we've seen his whole path, no, he's a great fighter, homie. He put on for us, homie, majorly.
He did.
He didn't duck no smoke.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't duck, no smoke at all. Yeah, he was one of those guys
One of
that
those.
fought everybody.
Everybody.
He's one, but he's the one of that last era.
Except Winky Wright. He fought everybody except Winky Wright.
Wright's a
Almost-
beast,
He's
homie.
he's a beast. He's a
Winky
dog.
Wright's a beast, homie.
He's a dog.
He put the
Everybody.
fishnets on shortly after that, dog.
Hey, after this fight, have you guys seen the fight? And if you haven't, you have to YouTube it. Is it Castillo Mayweather?
Yeah.
Mayweather lost that fight.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Mayweather lost that
Yeah.
fight.
Mayweather
100%.
lost that fight.
Right?
Bro.
Mayweather lost that fight.
All day
against
long,
Castillo.
fool.
And bro, he's got that ref in his pocket, dog. That ref saved him, like, and to be honest, he saved him like
The judges, though. No, it's at the end, it's the judges.
too. Yeah, but the ref jumps in way too much. He protects fucking Mayweather way too much, and
That's what they were doing to Haney.
Yeah, he should have been knocked out.
Come on,
Haney
dog.
was getting protected like fucking crazy,
yeah,
dog.
bro. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that was pretty major.
That should have been a knockout.
But you're
fucking
right
win
too,
for
the
Ryan,
judge.
bro.
It should have been, right?
Easily.
And to be honest, I even rewatched because a bunch of those clips started coming out. The memes were actually like,
Of course.
right? And
Oh, they had cartoons and
it's
everything.
so, dog. Oh my god, bro.
And then the ref coming in, right? Oh, shit. Oh, those memes were fucking off the hook, bro. They're coming quick, bro.
Fucking the internet's undefeated, my
The
G.
internet's
Always,
undefeated,
dog,
homie.
always.
Diddy clapped Haney's cheeks. Got you.
Hey, so who do you guys think Ryan's next fight's gonna be?
Oh yeah.
Man, they're talking about a lot of people. Everybody wants him to fight Pitbull. People,
No,
want-
it's people. No, not yet.
Well, Pitbull's about to fight Rayo on
That's gonna
this
be a good
major
fight.
card.
That's on Crawford's.
It's on
fight.
Crawford.
Oh, shit.
Bro, you got Crawford on that card. You have Virgil Ortiz on that card. You have
Ooh, big
Pitbull.
Ortiz, huh?
You have
Ortiz,
Pitbull on that
beast
card.
son of a
And that's
bitch.
going down in LA. Huh?
In LA.
Yeah, I'm gonna
that's
be there.
stacked.
You have
Oh, really?
You have Andy Ortiz on that card. You have a lot of major. That card is like UFC 300.
That's that.
It's a stacked
Are
card.
you're
Why
getting,
they
you're
trying to
getting some
compete,
tickets,
fool?
right?
Why they
Bro,
trying-
You
it's,
get some
Hey,
tickets.
it's
fool,
being
the
thrown by the
platform's gotta be there,
bro.
dog.
It's being thrown by the Prince of Saudi Arabia,
Oh, I'm
dog.
gonna hit that fool up.
What?
Oh, philosopher.
Oh, yeah, the priest-
Philosopher,
the
hit that
priest
fool
of
up,
Prince.
homie.
I got him.
You know you got that fucking shit in you, homeboy.
Don't worry, bro. We'll do a little.
Hey, hit that vato up, fool.
I'll trade my stocks with Venezuelan oil to him.
Hey, what's up with Venezuela? I heard they starting to put more fucking sanctions on them again.
Yeah, so
They get rid of that shit now, dog.
the states put reenacted the sanctions, the oil sanctions against Venezuela. I don't know if you guys know, but Venezuela is one of the only Latin American countries part of OPEC. You know what OPEC is? OPEC is oil producing countries, right? It's like
Sir.
an organization of all oil producing countries.
Yeah.
The mob.
The mob, the oil mob, right?
The oil mob, straight
and
up.
you
The
have
global
Russia,
mob.
a bunch of Middle Eastern countries, and fucking Venezuela, right?
Out of nowhere, huh?
Out of nowhere, right? So if you guys have noticed that the gas prices and oil prices have gone through the fucking roof lately, you're like
That's
closer to
why.
$6-7.
Yeah.
It's because we're at war. We're in this proxy war with Russia and the Ukraine still,
sir.
Yes.
right? We're at this proxy war with the entire Middle East by us funding Israel, and now we have sanctions against Venezuela. I'm like, bro, where the hell are we getting our oil from? Like, we're not. So that's why you're seeing gas prices slowly creep up to $6-7. I'm like, what people don't understand is like probably the States has one of the biggest oil reserves in the world.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But we don't tap into it. We want to use everybody's oil reserve before we
That's
use
our war
ours.
fund, fool.
Which I'm not mad at.
Yeah, that's our war
Yeah, I'm
fund.
not
Is
mad
what
at
it is.
exact-
That's our war.
No,
But we should be
100,
drilling.
100.
We should be drilling.
We should
We should be drilling, fool.
Yeah, because it's just sitting there at that point. No, but that's a trip too, because on top, like, bro, all you're doing is, like, and then you back to our conversation of raising the minimum wage to $20. Like, what are we doing right now? We're literally making it harder for everything at home, and then on top of that, they're putting aren't they putting tariffs on
All Chinese steel
so
and aluminum.
Like, bro,
Oh, that's good though.
Extra tariffs on
That's
all
good
Chinese
though. I mean,
steel and aluminum.
the steel companies I'm with, they won't like it, but it's good because
Well, they're trying to increase to bring it back on America, but
well, no, I want to say Japan or somebody is trying to purchase American steel right now.
yeah,
The last like big company of America, and I was talking to someone live yesterday. It's an issue, bro. We should, as a country, not be selling like we shouldn't be. Like, let's say they'll come in and try to buy Detroit. They'll try to buy,
Thank you,
GMC. They'll
thank
try to
you.
buy.
Yep.
We shouldn't sell any of that.
No,
and
no.
I believe that we should really be on the path of like what Mexico does. Mexico, if you're not a citizen, you can only lease the property for 100 years, and
Thank
after
you.
that, we'll
Yep.
talk about it.
Yep.
If you're not a citizen, you cannot buy any of
Yep.
this property because what's happening right now is China, for the most part, if people don't know it, they own America, bro.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
They own so
and
much
they
shit, and we
physically
owe
own
so
like
much money
3
to them.
states. Yeah, they literally own like 3 states. But this is why I don't like it at the same time as a tariff, because if I was a business, I'm not going to open up one door to profit and then close it on the other end of it, because I'm just equaling out. It doesn't make fucking sense. Why are you increasing your minimum wage? Why are you fucking taxing oil even more and then going to slap a tariff on it? How does it actually manifest in our everyday lives right now? Up until next election.
It hurts us, but
In every way.
This is a perfect example of when people say politics does not affect me.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to fill up your fucking gas, Playboy?
Yeah, every day does.
Yeah.
Everybody.
How much is your burger?
How much is your hamburger, buddy?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Like, how
thank
much?
you.
Homie? How much is a hamburger,
Thank
homie?
you. Thank you.
How much is your coffee? Everything, bro. Everything costs a lot
Wait
more.
till you run a stock up on toilet paper now, dog.
Oh, there we go again. Yeah. People,
Right.
hey, how How quick Americans forget.
Thank
fool.
you.
How quick
Thank
Americans forget. We had lines, fucking people fighting at stores. You gotta
For toilet paper.
Yeah, for toilet paper,
Straight up.
brother.
But see, well, your point is actually a really good one. Like to make sure you actually have your citizenship here, because like you America has basically become a race car where we're just taking sponsorships wherever the fuck we'll come and buy our shit out, right?
Yes,
and that's
fool.
ridiculous, dog. Like that, relinquish your fucking. You have dual citizenship, bro. Relinquish one of them. Like if you're gonna be doing all this business and owning land,
No,
here the
you
way
better
that-
be an American.
Go do it in fucking China, dog. It's a communist nation, sure, but
Well, talking about China and that. No, go ahead, man. I'm taking over the show, man.
No. Let's talk
man,
about.
go
Hey,
fucking
let's-
I feel bad.
No, let's talk about
Hey, you know who's gonna talk shit to my wife? She's like, everywhere you go, you just start taking over, right? China, TikTok. Just
Yeah,
today.
there we go. That's called a
Ju-
segue, dog. That was beautiful.
That's a
All right.
professional.
There you go.
China. So today, the Biden administration signed the bill, and now it's funny. On that bill, I believe that was that package, and we'll talk about that $95 billion package,
Yep,
right?
yep.
On that bill was a huila to China, right? They went like this,
That's
homie.
full, dog.
Hey, homie. ¿Qué hubo, con todo respeto, homie?
Hey, hold up, pause. Can you just do all the political fucking like what is it called when you
Commentary?
yeah,
Oh, I
commentary
do it, homie.
translation?
People get upset at me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why you guys say that way the homies can understand?
Hey, cool, homie.
So let me show you again, homie. This is what's going on. So not even Biden's too old. So somebody else in the thing, Biden's secretary, like, hey, Cubole, China, my best
asshole.
regards, homie.
That's not even a pencil, dog.
I hope everything. No, it's a little one, homie.
No,
No, it's a
it's just-
huila, fool.
that's- yeah,
It's a little
straight-
it's a little
yeah,
pencil,
straight-
fool.
yeah.
I hope everything's good, carnal. Hey, but I got some business to talk to you. Check this out, homie. You can't
up.
be slanging that TikTok in our neighborhood.
Yeah, you tripping, G.
I'm gonna give you 9 months, Holmes. That way you can get your orders or your affairs in order.
Yeah.
But after 9 months, either you're gonna sell TikTok to us,
Straight up.
carnal,
Yeah.
or
Spam sauce.
your shit's out of here. We're gonna blow it up.
Straight up.
So the
Oh,
wheeler
damn.
went out right now. That's exactly what the Biden administration literally just did to TikTok, because TikTok, yeah, they say it's this one guy who owns it. It's a Chinese place. TikTok is a beautiful place that they
Thank
want to
you.
make America. They want to make it communist with a little bit of fucking business in it.
Well, it's like, I mean, there's two TikToks. We all know that, right? China
Yes.
TikTok is not American TikTok, right?
No.
But anything that comes from China and has a China stamp on it belongs to China, not
Yeah,
no
of course.
person at all.
And not China, the girl that was married to one of the Kardashian guys either. Not China, homie.
China.
Not
We're
black China,
Yeah, not
homie.
black
Hey,
China,
black
fool.
China, black China's on the block,
Hey,
homie.
because somebody's gonna be like, Black China be owning TikTok?
Bro,
She's
Somebody's gonna believe that shit too.
Somebody believe it, fool.
we've been talking about, like, I don't know if people understand, like, we've been at this Cold War warfare with China for decades now.
Yes.
Because everybody believes that warfare these days is just people shooting at each other.
No, hell
I'm like,
no.
they've been manipulating our currency, they've been manipulating our economy, and now you're talking about really driving a message
They're
and driving
poisoning our people.
misinformation.
Fentanyl.
No,
Right?
fentanyl too. We're at war, bro. We're at war.
oh, absolutely.
Too, to be real.
We're at
right?
war.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. They have an economic warfare on us, and they even have like they have a cyber warfare on us, and they've even people don't realize that they've waged political warfare on us within ourselves, bro. It's like straight up Trojan horse, dog. But their economic warfare on us, bro. They won a long ass time ago.
What do you think about the TikTok ban? Because right now I did my months right now on my finger, right? So we give it 9 months, right? So
Yeah.
we're in April. It'd be May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Right? That's what it was.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna fuck up. I was so nervous about 8 months. Fool. So 9 months.
Hey,
that
that's
means
7 fingers, dog.
no. That means that would be on the next president.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
not dumb.
Yeah.
If the Biden administration really was gonna hold down to that, they would have done it before November. They would have
Yes,
gave the deadline
sir.
would have been October.
So it's gonna be on Trump.
But so it's gonna be on
Sick
Trump.
ass fool. We already know who we got. Sick ass fool.
So it's gonna be on Trump.
Because Trump is going to be the next president.
So,
Straight
yeah,
up.
we know this
Straight
already,
up.
fool.
I hope
It's going to
so,
happen.
man.
It's going to happen, bro.
We got 2 super chats real quick in the house.
Sheesh.
Clandestino 199 super chat. Appreciate you, my man. Marcos Maidana also defeated Mayweather. That's it. Yeah. He put up
the first one.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
The
that
first
was
one.
that was a good one. That was a very
and you
arguable
know
fight.
that Mayweather felt a certain way because he gave these guys rematches.
Yeah.
Yep.
He wouldn't have came if he thought he
Straight up.
won.
He gave Castillo a rematch.
He gave a Castillo rematch. Castillo won him too. Milton Ortiz. I think I know that guy. You know that guy? I think I know that guy, huh, boy? Great translation, Gil. See, he likes it, homie.
People get it.
He knows about the wheeler, homie.
It's like TikTok. TikTok is like that one homie that's talking to the police.
Damn,
Because
bro,
he's in
like,
your,
that's
he's,
like that.
like
What
that.
homies
fighting
you got,
words,
Bro,
fool.
it's the truth, bro. He's in your neighborhood giving information to the ops, right? And you're like, he's cool. He buys 12 packs. He comes to the carne asada.
like that rapper.
He's cool, you know. He's chill, but then like he's giving up your information, right? You know, your
Damn.
vulnerable information where it could really hurt you, and that's what TikTok is, right?
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
talking about you have these individuals mining your data and selling your data to somebody, to the ops, bro. So are you comfortable with somebody giving your data and selling it to a country that doesn't want the best for you and wants to see your destruction in one way or another?
Yeah,
What
bro,
do you
because
think
you
the
can shake
odds
your
really
booty.
are though of that? Like, do you think somebody's gonna buy? Do you think they're gonna sell, or
They
do you think
do
they're just
sell.
gonna get rid of that shit?
So the company or your data?
Oh, the company, because they
I don't
want
think- I don't think
them
they're
to
gonna
sell
sell.
No,
TikTok,
that's definitely
right?
not going to happen.
I don't
Bro,
think they're gonna sell.
nothing's going to happen. It's going to die in the water.
America would have rights
Yeah.
if TikTok went away, fool.
Straight up.
America would have rights, fool.
Damn,
That's
straight
how
up.
fucking
Yeah,
hooked
straight
people
up.
are on
You think
TikTok,
so?
bro.
Yeah.
Oh, fool. Any
Yeah.
president that bans TikTok will be like banning Pornhub, fool.
Yep.
You have men out there rioting, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Yep, straight up. Straight
What
up.
do you mean,
Bro,
fool?
You're gonna have a
Come
bunch
on.
of blue and
It'll be
pink
like
haired
Al Bundy
people
when they
all
put a
day.
tax on beer, fool. He went out there with all the men, homie. This is enough. This is enough. You can tax wine all you want, but when you tax beer, homie, you got problems, carnal.
Look, you're not taking the anime girl face off of people's phones, dog. This is not happening.
ain't happening,
Yeah,
fool.
yeah.
but look at Alibaba
I mean, you
and
face.
Amazon. Like, look, they don't look.
Dog.
You could get everything on Alibaba.
What the hell's
bro.
Alibaba,
Yeah.
fool? Is that like a guy in India you call up or what?
Alibaba's a sick ass fool. It just takes them like 3 months to pull up.
Who's Alibaba, fool?
Alibaba is a marketplace, a Chinese marketplace
That's the fool
owned,
that called you by your warranty.
owned by
AliExpress
Jack
also.
Ma.
Alibaba?
So Jack Ma owns Alibaba, which is like the Chinese version of fucking Amazon. bro.
Really?
So you can get
I
all
wouldn't call it
counterfeits,
Amazon, G.
bro.
But you
okay,
can, so I can go on Google right now and look up Alibaba?
yeah, you can
Yeah.
get all the fakes.
You can get it as an app
You
on your
can
phone.
you can get all the fake. Like if
Hey,
you want to fake
Christopher,
something,
go to studio mode and look
Fake
up
Jordans?
Alibaba.
huh?
Fake Jordans?
Fake Jordans.
Say that, fake Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey,
All of it.
you're fucking up,
And
fool.
not
Now
just
I'm gonna
fake.
come out Gucci out next one. And then they're gonna say
Straight from Alibaba.
fool. Straight from Alibaba.
Sick
Fucking
ass
Gucci
fool.
out. Sick
Fool.
ass.
That's why
Fake
Jack
ass
Ma's one of
fool, dog.
that's why
Remote, Chris.
That's why Jack Ma's one of the most
Christopher.
wealthy individuals in the world, bro.
Fuck, bro.
I'm like, look, if they couldn't do it for Alibaba, who is selling counterfeit items,
Yeah, but you can't be selling counterfeit.
fool, they do it all the time,
all day.
I
all
know,
day.
All day.
but they're just so blatant with it, bro.
They're super
Yeah,
blatant with
you know
it.
why? Because when those shipping containers pull up to the dock, who's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
stop that?
Those are for
when it's
Alibaba.
got that Chinese little fucking writing on the side of that shit, bro.
They know what it is.
Hey, slide it through on trip, bro. And there's probably a bunch of shit up in there that's not supposed
Well,
to
it's
be.
just so
dog.
many you can't get them all. But
Yeah.
so literally,
Also, keep in mind,
Alibaba's
Jack Ma
you can
went
go out there
MIA.
and order like Amazon on there.
Yeah, you can
So you
order.
said Chinese
Oh,
Amazon.
fuck, getting Gucci out,
Straight up, bro, and it'd be like $40, dog. You can bring you have that old visor, that Fubu Malibu's Swan
I
visor.
thought this fool's fucking Mercedes looked like a Honda fool.
Hey, dog, let me tell you.
He bought some
Hey,
Alibaba bumpers and put the fucking
Hey.
Mercedes.
let me tell you something, bro. That's like it's a
Straight off the
1960s
lot.
Corvette with an Alibaba BMW kit on it. All right, easy, bro.
I was like, damn, that shit, it's a Mercedes, homie, but it's flag. I didn't want to hate, fool. I thought he got like aftermarket with the fenders and all that done up on me.
I mean, you waited to hate till right now, but it's all right. No, but
go to Alibaba.
that one right there.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Uh,
right
See,
there.
Jack
click
Ma.
it.
Fool, I'm about to cop me a
That's
Rolex.
good,
dog.
though.
Can we just take
Hey,
a
look,
moment
go.
to remember when Jack Ma went MIA
All
from
right,
the Chinese go?
so women's shoes. Now look up some high name brand.
That's a funny thing to say.
Look up some Gucci.
The leading business to business e-commerce platform.
Hey, that's a great way. Hey, you got, show the people, Christopher, to make sure people will see it on this. The whole point of it is for people to see it.
Not
Let's
a
go.
Chinese person on that either, bro. That's crazy.
You right?
That's crazy.
Oh, that's what they do though. That's the smart thing to
That's
do.
marketing for you.
That
right
is
there.
marketing, absolutely.
I'm like, I can't believe you've never heard of Alibaba, bro.
I've never
never heard of that shit either.
No,
For
I've
real?
heard of
Hold on, I've never heard of that,
Alibaba
bro.
Well,
and
you know-
40 thieves. Alibaba and the 40
That's a different one.
When did this become a thing?
Bro, like 8 years ago, dog. There's
What?
also AliExpress too.
AliExpress.
Hey,
Yeah, straight
bro,
up.
Kimo, Gil, you're gonna be wearing Gucci instead
Not
of
Gucci.
Gucci.
Hey, oh, man.
Nah, it's Fucci, dog.
It's
Think about that
Fucci.
Fucci.
Where's Alibaba at?
That-
Oh, you don't have to do it. Look, go to display capture 4.
Hey, but you know what? The audience won't be able to tell the
down,
difference.
down, right there. No, you went right there. Just open that up. Open the eyeball up on it.
Damn. Gil's like IT, bro. He does
Straight up, bro.
everything.
I do it
I'm
all,
like,
fool.
bro,
I do it all.
he can build you a house.
Don't worry about
You
it.
can have
Chris. We'll do it later.
conversations.
Oh, well, Gil sounds like he works for
IT?
fucking Alibaba right now.
He does, fool.
Straight up.
At this point,
And I learned it all on YouTube, fool.
you learn YouTube University.
YouTube
Yeah,
University,
you got
carnal.
University, that's right.
For sure, for
Shout out to
sure.
YouTube, man.
So, do you think that let's get the roundtable answer? Do you think that they will or they will not ban TikTok in America if they don't sell?
I don't think they will.
If they don't sell, nah. Too much money to be made.
And at that point, it's not even going to be the Biden administration;
Not
it's going to be
even
the Trump
close.
administration.
Exactly.
He's going to just let it fucking.
No.
And then you'll see the Democrats on MSNBC talking about, "Oh, look at Trump! He let TikTok stay in there; they're stealing our thing." But back to what you're saying. Don't worry about that, Christopher. Back to what you're saying as far as them spying on us, homie. Google spies on us.
For sure.
Amazon spies on us.
Facebook,
so
all that
should we
shit.
just
Your
have? So
phone
it's okay
spies
for them to
on you.
spy on us, but the Chinese not.
Would you rather have your neighborhood spy on you?
I was about to say,
or the opposite?
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
that kind of is better.
Do you really think that if they really wanted something from you, like really want that the Chinese government could just tap in your shit right now? Honestly,
Well, okay,
Probably.
but do you remember Huawei?
was that a walrus?
So no, I fucking close.
Did you say
enough.
Huawei?
Huawei, the
Close
walrus.
enough, shit. So China,
Is it Disney
China
character?
came out with the phone that shit on the iPhone, right? It was like the best fucking phone you got out from it. The camera was on point, right? It was called Huawei. It was a Chinese fucking phone company, right?
What
Bro,
did
we banned that shit. That
It's true. We can't have it here.
Dead and gone already, right? But all that data mining going through your phone, right? Yeah, they can tap into all those things, but all you're doing is creating. It's almost like a virus, right? Once they have access to any bit of your data, that shit just branches off in 20, 30 different ways, which each goes 20, 30 different ways. And the cell phone towers and everything is reversed, right? Everything on the internet is like a tube. And between every 10 feet of the tube, right? Just like if I was to get a PVC pipe, right? A 10-foot PVC pipe, every at the end of that 10 feet, I need a coupling, I need a T, I need
Right.
I need something there to connect the next 10 feet. Well, those are like ports.
Information.
Right? Well, those are like windows, right? Between one area to the other. And each of those ports separates. So any piece of data actually is an access point to like 20 different pieces of data. So the moment that any Chinese company can tap into that stream to any degree, all it can do is basically just grow its network like a mushroom underground.
but
you know what I mean?
isn't that exactly what Snowden was saying about the American
Yes.
government?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
NSA, yeah.
now you say the ops. Now, do you really think the government's our friend?
No, but they're different ops, right? So the government you have,
We have.
well, us, right?
It's our father.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
Damn.
your dad, not my dad.
The way your dad
I
is,
told you
bro.
this was Middle Eastern, fool. I told you.
bro,
He said, your government. He's a spy, fool.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? Right now,
What
right,
your government has, like, wait a minute.
right now, trust me.
So what government are you from?
You would
Alibaba?
want hey, where's the Prince of Peace from Saudi Arabia, dog? You would want a Saudi Arabian.
He has MTJ or something. He also has like
yeah,
an acronym.
the Prince of Peace, homie.
The Prince of Peace. That
Come
fool-
on, stop playing with me, fool.
That fool is
Hey,
something else.
If you want a spy, that's what you want right there, dog. I don't want a Chinese spy. I don't want a Russian spy. I will take the Saudi spy all day.
Yeah, but I think at the end, listen, Google, you know the hell's spying out of all us. They're
For sure.
selling.
Your
they're
phone
selling.
does.
They're selling. Yeah,
Bro,
I don't think
social
for one
media.
sec. I don't think for 1 second it's about TikTok and them having the. Okay, I would believe it if America would pass legislation like we talked earlier in the podcast, where foreign countries could not buy property.
Yeah.
Foreign countries could not have money and all this mortgage stuff. Foreign countries could not own this big debt that America has, right? If that was the case, then I would say, yeah, the TikTok thing they're trying to ban is real because they're really trying to protect the government.
Literally.
But what they're trying to do is they're trying to make sure they're the only one spying on you.
Spying,
Well,
yeah.
okay, but do you know who George Orwell is?
Yes.
Okay, so you know the book, right?
84.
Thank you. All right, so what was the whole thing? What was the position of the police force there? Was there any external factor snitching on anybody? No, it was internal snitching.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
So America wants to spy
so
on you.
check it out. No, it doesn't, right?
America doesn't want to spy on you?
No. It
You're
doesn't.
crazy.
I got you right now. It doesn't have to. Because your social media, you will spy on yourself. You will relinquish all that information freely yourself. I no longer have to spy on you. I just have to read the data, dog. That's the point of social media. That's the point of Facebook.
But that's spying on you. If they're reading your data that you don't want them to read, that's spying on you,
You
bro.
do want them to read. You tell them where you go. You tell them the places you frequent. You tell them what you believe.
Okay,
you tell them your politics.
that's one thing. Snowden proved that these
Make that
fools
applause
can.
laughter, bro. You just cut me off, goddamn
Hey, these fools can literally open up all our phones right now,
Yeah.
have it on us not know it, record it. Snowden also proved that what the U.S. government is doing is they're spying on everybody, not like having a computer pick up data on you,
data mining.
And that way when your name comes up, hey, what do we got in this guy?
Yeah,
they'll show you in the shower. They'll show you wherever your phone's been. You're there with it, fool.
Yeah.
And that's some scary shit. So that means the government is spying on us.
And coming back to your guys' conversation and what we were saying about how politics actually affects you.
Yeah.
We can all thank the Patriot Act for that.
Thank
absolutely.
you.
We can all
absolutely.
In 2001 after 9/11 in 2001 us giving away
But
all
Freedom
of
of
our freedom.
Information Act, Freedom of
Didn't
Information.
the Patriot Act eventually run out? I think it ran out. Well, no, after that, they've already done it.
Oh, yeah.
And that was under, but Obama was doing it. Obama said when he was going to go into office that he was not going to spy on America. He would, and it was, like they said, like Putin said, I've said this before, Putin said when they asked him about Obama, what do you think about Obama? You think he's going to do a good job? He's like, I think he's going to be a good president, but all that he's talking about is going to change as soon as he becomes president. Yeah. He's sitting in the Oval Office, and two guys are going to walk in there. Two guys are going to walk in with black briefcases. Like, these are the fools that you're going to... These are the real big homies behind the scenes. That's some scary shit,
bro.
Well,
that's every president.
No, that's some scary shit, bro.
Your cabinet is who tells you.
I think Trompito don't fucking fall. I think those guys walk in.
He does.
Like,
no. He does, right? And I'll be honest, I liked Trump more than most recent presidents, right? But Trump didn't follow through on a lot of shit he said he was going to do, right?
He was the one that followed more than any other president.
He did, and that's why I liked him the most, right? He was the truest to what he said he was going to do, and he actually accomplished a few things. One thing to give him is, bro, within 4 months, he dropped those missiles down on that fucking Iranian general, and you didn't hear shit about ISIS or Middle Eastern terrorists for 4 fucking years.
He said, I just killed your general, Iran. Right. He dropped the wheeler to Iran. Right. Hey, homeboy.
Hey, homie.
I didn't hear that.
Just so you know, you've been tripping.
Hey, homie, your homie, General Jaja, was fucking set tripping on me, homie. Here's the thing. And you know what? I had to fucking smoke him, homie. Despensa carnal. I'll catch you next one. Like, drop the wheeler, homie. On some gangster shit.
He knew what they were going to do. Shit about it, dog.
If you voted for Trump back then, which I did not, people think I did. This time I will. If you voted for Trump that last time, he said he was going to put tariffs. He did, bro. On China,
also said lock her up.
No, China fucking but those are just more political stuff, right? But actual policy, he put tariffs on China. People thought that was the worst thing. All kind of price. China blinked, homie. They lowered their fucking tariffs on us over there, right?
Put Germany in their place.
He also did the NAFTA. He took NAFTA away, the North American Free Trade Agreement, which means Canada and Mexico can drive through here, no tariffs, free.
Thank you.
It's horrible for Americans. That was and that was Bill Clinton because he's got his wheels greased, homie. Straight up. When Hillary was running for president, she clearly said that was a horrible thing. She wouldn't back it up again. That was another thing he actually passed. One thing that he passed that I thought was horrible for us, and I will till this day, but Americans sometimes are fucking kind of naive and not really hip to the game, was he passed the biggest, and that's why the business owner remember Trump. He passed the biggest tax break that they've seen since Reagan, homie. And Reagan, Reagan did, he passed that tax break, says trickle down. It doesn't trickle down.
No,
it don't. The only thing that trickle down is shit and all the poorness and everything else. So
bro, even you do construction. You know opportunity zonings, bro. Came up under fucking Trump. You want to talk about actually trying to help certain areas out and forcing investors to stay in it and not just flip it and gentrify
that I would give him. Yeah,
come on, dog. Opportunity zonings. Literally within the first year of him coming up, dog. So now you have to go. Now you're incentivized to go into the hood, sit down, pick up these properties. But the only way for you to fucking what is it when you to like relinquish your capital gains, to not pay your capital gains, is to stay in this fucking property for 15, 20 years. So you don't get to gentrify the hood now. And opportunity zones only affects the fucking hood. Trump did a lot of shit, even for minorities, right?
No, everybody loved Trump before, fool. Everybody loved Trump. All the Morenos, all the essays. We all watch. You fired.
That fool was in all the raps too. Everybody would name drop him and shit when it came to
the
money
thing was,
and shit like
that. We need to get Trump in here for an interview, fool. I'll be like, Trump, you know where you fucked up, fool? When you said other Mexicans are bringing their worst, they're fucking rapists and this, you know.
I wouldn't doubt if he's a low key racist, dog. Like I wouldn't.
Hey, at that age, who is it?
Yeah,
I wouldn't. That's true.
I'm old enough to know, and the beautiful part is I work construction, fool. And when we work construction, I see some old racist superintendents, and I'm like, oh, that's one of those old fucking
vehicles. He comes from that era.
No, he comes from that era. And I don't sit there and be like, oh, to you it's normal, fool. To them it's normal. It was culture back then. So you can't sit there and say, oh, these guys. No, it was culture. This is what they do, right? So when I see the older ones, to me, any senator, any congressperson that's over the age of 60, bro, yeah, of course.
I don't know, man, because there's a few there's plenty of bro. Like I used to feel the same fucking sentiment, right?
Are you a racist?
No, shit. hey, bro.
I was like,
Damn.
Hey, bro. I mean,
Damn, dog.
hey.
Don't get me started, bro.
He's a racist and a foreign agent, fool.
Fuck.
Damn,
Damn,
That's
bro.
a foreign agent.
A non-thick Asian gets under my skin, dog.
Non-thick.
There's
I'm
something,
sorry,
there's something
fool.
about anybody without it, No, for real though. But like fucking the freedom riders, dog. Right, like you had a bunch of people at the same time when all these extreme racism. When you had fucking what's his name, Lynch, the Lynch, Willie Lynch. During the Willie
Brother
Lynch,
Lynch,
era, right? Yeah, that's my homie,
right.
dog. But he's but BLH is black though, G. But you had cats, right, that were literally dying on these buses, being burnt with us, just that were white as fuck. So you,
yes,
right.
for sure.
So my question with Trump, right, because I believe when you say racism, right, I believe there's a cute level of racism where you're just playing some lame ass shit. Like when we're in school and you get the white boy saying some cute ass jokes, right, but then when he's in a room full of black dudes and Mexicans, all of a sudden he acts real different, right?
Of course.
That's cute racism. True racism to me is like you're not fucking with me. You're not shaking my hand. You're
Yes.
not, right? When I see Trump with damn near every single black or brown artist that has ever mattered and everything, my question is, are you racist or cutthroat?
He's cutthroat.
Right? Do you hate other cultures or do you not give a fuck about other cultures and you just want to bag, right? Because, I mean, we come from construction, right? Even on our end, we see plenty of shit. I'm going to skimp this buck right here on the side, right? It's not about race at all in any degree on that. Sometimes it's just a hard-ass situation, bro, and it's a bunch of hard-ass men that don't give a fuck like that.
Look, listen, the thing with Trump, and I fucking been
And
meaning.
you come from construction too, yeah?
I've
Yeah.
been meaning to do a video on it. They have a interview, I believe, is with him and Oprah, like in 87 or early 90s, bro.
When he talked about running as Republican?
And he was a Democrat back then, but they were just
Yeah,
saying.
I know, that's his point,
Would
though,
you
is
ever
that
run?
he would win.
Would you ever run as president? He's like, I don't think so, but if I do, I would win, and this is what I would change. And he was talking about what we were talking about now, about the country selling its soul, selling this, selling that. Is he a cutthroat businessman? Yeah. Is he a dirtbag? Yeah. But you know what?
America's a business, though.
You're dealing with somebody like Putin, homie. You're dealing with I can't pronounce the something Ping, the president of China, homie. You're dealing with the Saudi Arabia. You're dealing with some cutthroat killers,
Big
homie.
homies.
And these
You're
aren't
dealing with the
necessarily-
big homies.
Yeah.
Now, do you want your big homie to be like, am I going? No, fool.
My big homies over there. falling off the stage.
I want to say, if my big homie falls off the bike,
No,
dog.
My big homie can't walk down the
Hey,
stairs.
you want a big
Elderly
homie,
homie, dog.
that will tell what's his name, Kim Jong-un in North Korea, we'll blow you out the water. That's it.
Straight up.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Trump. He's playing the same game.
And also,
Yeah.
peep game, bro. Who the fuck else made the North Korean and South Korean presidents cross that line, shake hands? Like,
No.
people do not realize the impact this.
They're
fool
haters,
had,
fool.
bro.
They're haters,
Yeah.
bro. They're haters,
Yeah,
bro.
straight up.
I think what
Hey.
people got to do is like, even if you're not fucking gonna be out there with the, I'm not saying like go out there with the Trump flag and a MAGA hat and
Cholos
just
for Trump,
full force
fool.
it, dog.
Cholos for
That's
Trump.
crazy.
fool. Wait till,
Cholos
wait till
for
November
Trump.
comes, homie.
And all those
Cholos
logos,
for
homie.
Trump, homie.
Yeah, I'm trying to see a bunch of Chevys, a bunch of Bel Airs
Yeah,
with a
like,
fat ass Trump.
I'm
fucking
not
thing on the
saying
back.
fools need to go out there and do that shit, but people gotta really be smart
Nah,
about
homie.
this
Hey,
shit,
yeah.
dog.
we're okay.
come
This
on,
is
dog.
what's
It's
going
your
on.
vote
matters.
It's politics. You
Yeah,
know, this
your
is
vote
real
matters.
shit.
Hey, let's
You know,
politic. This is what's going on right now.
Straight up.
We in the yard, homie. Right? Let's
Oh.
say we in the yard right
So
now.
YouTube yard right now.
America, yeah, we're in the YouTube yard. America's over here, and our leader's like, and this vato is getting out the shoe right now
Hey,
because they're
fool,
still trying to
just-
press more charges on him. Big Trump, homie. They're still trying to press more charges. And this was coming like, nah, I want to
Muscled
bang.
up, homie.
You got China
up.
changing the money. We'll talk about that right now. You got Russia changing the money. You've got a big old war in Israel. You got a war in Ukraine. You got a president that will not tell you what a woman is. You got Supreme Court judges coming in that won't tell you what a woman is. You got doctors that won't tell you what a woman is.
We'll have to get Supermax and
You've
locked
got
down
all
real
kind
quick.
of people that are on some way out woke shit, and the rest of the world is looking at them like, oh, it's time to hit these fools.
Yeah.
Let's run up on these vatos. We're gonna buy their property. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. So at this point is, we can literally. It's not like prison where they have. We can literally say we want this guy as our leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's
pull up to the yard. Hey, what's up with all
dirtbag.
these short
He's
ass
this,
socks?
But he's gonna come in here and he's banging for the hood, homie.
Damn.
Biden ain't banging for the hood. Let's
true.
keep it real.
Biden smoked out.
Biden forgot where he was.
Biden
dog.
forgot where the hood's at.
Yeah.
He needs GPS.
Yeah, straight up.
He needs GPS to get to the hood, fool.
He'd be like, "What's GPS for again?" Grandpa Smurf.
Biden's
Straight up.
strung out,
but
just
you
trying
say
to collect
that,
taxes.
and,
fool.
and,
That's
and a lot of
damn.
people get all
That's
fucking
that big over,
butthurt.
dog.
He thought he was ordering something.
It's because I think we've lost our ability to meet in the middle, to agree
Majorly.
to agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's what it is, bro. Because obviously,
Divide
like,
and
I don't think anybody, I really truly don't believe anybody should be full fucking one side, full to the other. I think it just comes down to you're looking at what you're probably gonna have to make a choice out of, and just be smart about it. Like, look at everything that's going on, dog. Like, come on, you know, put your pride to the side a little bit, you know.
Because I will say this about the United States, right? We're an experiment unlike any other experiment in the world. We're not a homogeneous country where you have one.
What do you mean we are not homos? Fool?
Homogeneous.
Oh, okay, just make sure.
Genius,
fool.
right?
Just make
that,
sure.
That means single, right? Like one race, one language, one religion, right?
Who about to get on his dating shit right
Hey,
now?
what's going on over here?
Hey, wait.
This was a spy. We're all homos.
Hey, I might be the Middle Eastern spy, but
hey, you gotta remember, fool. Orale, what this about to call us? Homos or what? Homes?
Like we're not all the same race. We don't speak all the same language. We don't believe in the same God, right? Like we don't have the same religion. Unlike other countries in the world, right? You go to another country, like for example, name any other country in the world, right? Go to Mexico. What's the national language? Spanish.
No, Spanish is not a real language.
I was about to
It
say,
is, bro. It is.
whoa, Nawa would have been.
Yeah. No, it's Spanish,
No,
fool.
Spanish.
But
Spanish.
but you go to these countries, right, and you have that homogeneous conversation because
We ain't homos.
everybody looks like you, everybody believes in the same shit you do, everybody has the same religion that you do.
Yeah.
But you come to the States and you have people that come from all over the world, right? They come from all regions of the world trying to look for something better. So of course you're gonna have people's different opinions, different cultures. You guys aren't gonna agree on everything. We can sit here like, look, bro, we just talked about Whataburger versus In-N-Out.
In-N-Out, fool.
Dude, exactly. All day, every
that
day.
was like,
Fuck them soggy
Bro,
ass burgers.
for sure.
Whataburger.
Whataburger's whack. It's hot trash. But people in Texas are gonna sit here and debate us all day and be like, "Bro, what are you talking about? Whataburger's way better than In-N-Out." And that's just like a primal example of some of like the differences that we have between our cultures.
Yeah.
So we can't come into the middle and have like grown up conversation and say like, look, I don't agree with everything you say, but you do make good points, right? I may not like Trump or Biden or whoever it is that you're voting for, but you do make valid points and you have done good things, right?
Yeah.
It's just like you mentioned, like you have to give credit where credit's due, and you have to call people out when you have to call people out,
No,
right?
straight up,
100%.
And that's the thing, man. Is like too many people are worried about winning and not pushing the country forward. One thing you said though, and I do find this interesting, man, because I get why people say, but it's actually not true. America, the experiment America is the first modern version of it. If you look at, there's two other societies you can look at that were, dude, no way.
Yeah. Oh, this is transition.
Actually,
What happened?
you want to bring that up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Quickly though, the two other things real quick, Babylon and Alexandria. They were actually the same exact concept as America. They were a melting pot where you can come with all your different cultures from around the world. And Alexander was obviously under Alexander the Great in Egypt, right? It was literally on the Nile. But right there on the Nile, they were actually taking in all other cultures and were establishing them within the country itself, and even their religions, their ideals. When you look at Babylon was the same, even Rome was the same. And that's why if you look at American iconography, we take the double-headed eagle, we made it a single-headed eagle. We have a fasci right behind our president, two pillars that we speak of. You look at DC, you look at most of our architecture is based off of Greek and Roman architecture, right? So actually, there's been a lot that have done it. It's just in modern time, America's the only one to have done it, right? But I don't know if you want to segue into this because that is actually a much better.
Yeah, you want to segue into it?
The money.
Well, I mean, this one's saying right here that China and Russia have almost completely stopped using the U.S. dollar for mutual trade, which is like, dog.
That's major.
It's insanely major.
But do you
right?
guys think this is new?
Yes. No, this is definitely new.
You don't think this is something that's kind of been going on maybe slowly for a couple
fight
of
has
years?
been going on, but this is new.
Conversations have been going on forever, right? But you have to keep in mind, there's a few things, and that's kind of the crazy part about what's happening right now in Russia, right? They're trying to make sure too that their currency can be bought in I think it's dinar, which is your Middle Eastern currency, right?
Yeah.
And I think rubles is the Russian currency, correct? And
Is it
then
rupees or rubles?
one of
Rubles.
Rubles, I
Rubles.
believe.
Oh, okay.
I think it's rubles.
And then there's I forget what the Indian one is, bro.
I have no idea.
American money.
Yeah, there you go. Right. It's 99
Rupees.
cents on the call. G.
Are they rupees?
No, I think rubles is.
No, but I think
Russia?
rupees is
It might be. It might be right.
rupees.
And
I
then
think rupees
is
is
it yen as well? That you can start
Yeah,
buying
the Chinese
oil,
yen.
right? Currently, you
No,
can
but
only buy oil in
it's
USD.
It's
dog.
not really yen. It's not yen.
No.
No, it's I always have this thing. It's something. It's just like how when people think what's the Chinese
coins.
language, everybody says Chinese. It's Mandarin.
Mandarin.
The same thing with the money. It's not.
Well,
it's not
bro,
yen.
It's not
that's like somebody saying like,
What
"What
the
do you
fuck?
speak in Mexico?" Mexican, like, bro.
Wait, no,
come on.
isn't yen Japanese?
What's
Might
the,
be. You're
Yeah,
right.
yen is Japanese.
Look up the
the currency for
the
Japan.
Chinese currency. It's
the
not.
currency for
You're wel-
Japan.
you're well-
Oh, it might be yen. Maybe I'll talk about Mary. No, let's see.
I
Let's
think
check it
it's
out.
yen. I think it's yen.
We're gonna
but I
find
could
out
be
right now,
wrong,
Carnal.
yeah.
Shit.
I got
It's-
Someone
I
said
got,
talk about the protests right now in California at USC.
Oh, I love
Is
it.
the shit gonna?
I love
hit-
the
Wait, what
protest.
is
What's
that?
going on at USC?
Okay.
Is that the Israel Palestine?
Yeah, but there's a reason it's going so big.
Okay.
Okay. So what's going on in USC? They had valedictorian supposed to speak. Graduation's coming, and she was pro-Palestine. It doesn't say she was pro-Hamas. Nobody's pro-Hamas, right? Unless you're just a psychopath. Nobody's anti-Semitic either. She just, like a lot of people, think that free Palestine. It's, you kind of went there, pushed your weight, got in there.
Yeah.
Like how they enjoyed when the young college kids were all pro BLM. So when they control them, it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, since they felt she felt a certain way because of certain posts she had on her Instagram and certain things, right? So they're looking at her Instagram. She wasn't saying she was going to come and do a speech like that. She just, had certain stuff, free Palestine on her thing. They canceled the speakers this year, which was her. So all the college students, which are meant by the college teachers to, make protests, make this, they're like, wait a minute, why are you taking her free speech? If she was pro-Israeli, you would not cancel her.
Yep.
And they're saying that the Jewish kids in USC are feeling threatened, are feeling this, and I hear that, and I hear that all the time, anti-Semitic. I'm like, ain't no Jews dying over here, Holmes. No. It's almost like that. It's almost like that. The American Me part. How many Italians died? Ain't no Italians in East LA, Holmes. Ain't no Jews getting killed out here. Who's getting killed? Black, brown, minorities, and other innocent people. Ain't nobody out here in America like, oh man, here comes that Jew. Screw him. And it's sad that we can't have a difference of opinion without being censored. And that's what's going on in UC. So right now, all the colleges are going off. They all fucking talk to each other. You had Yale going off. You had USC going off. You have all these colleges getting together. And to me, they have every right to. You can disagree with it. Like we were saying, we should learn to agree to disagree.
So two things. They don't have the right. Well, are you saying the colleges have the right to do that? Or the people have the right to speak on it?
No, I think the people have the right to speak on it.
I agree with that then. Yeah, because the colleges definitely don't have a right to do that. The college is the direct reflection and mirror of the future of America and the way Americans are thinking, right? And this is the trippy part, is that if you look at universities, typically universities in America lean more left. They're typically very, very left-leaning, very, very, right? So it's kind of interesting to see them go so hard against like a pro-Palestine perspective on it, right? Because typically the people on the Israeli side are going to be Republicans. They're going to be right-leaning people, right? When it comes to the Middle East, when it comes to especially Palestine, that's typically your left-leaning cats, right? That's not really your Republicans or anything. So, but there's also been this weird thing. If you really look at American history, for the most part, we've never really been allowed to criticize constructively or not Israel to any real extent, right?
Yeah.
Because we're automatically hit with the anti-Semite comment, which ironically enough, to be Semitic is just to be in the Middle East. So Iranians are Semitic, Iraqis are Semitic, Syrians are Semitic, as well as Israelis, right? They're all Semites. They're all from the Middle East. But for some reason, after this last Hamas-Israel thing, the tables kind of have turned where people are...
especially
right?
the young.
And that's the
Especially the
tricky
young.
part.
Fool. They don't want to lose the young.
It's access to information. Like
Yes!
you're seeing these things a lot, and that's one big argument I hear from like young people, the Gen Z, right? Talking about don't take my TikTok away because we're seeing unfiltered, news and unfiltered stories from a lot of these places in the Middle East.
A lot of twerking too.
A lot of that, right? But you're seeing unfiltered information, unfiltered news directly from the sources, right?
For sure.
And, you have that with two platforms. I believe that Twitter's one of those platforms where it's very like if you've been on Twitter, Twitter's crazy, bro.
I opened my Twitter the other day.
Twitter's
Saw someone getting beheaded. Dog.
Bro, Twitter's the Wild West.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
use my Twitter more,
Bro,
bro.
Twitter's crazy, bro.
Twitter's
There's
the
like
dark net for the dark web, the Tor router for fucking social media.
I don't go on Twitter, bro.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
I
So
need to be on Twitter.
Porn and
It's
murder.
funny.
So to your point, like the access to information that these young folks, everybody's on their phone, right? Especially if you're that
Everybody, bro. Everybody. Even grandmas.
100%. Especially if you're that young of a generation, right? Like you live on your phone, so they have access to all these different viewpoints, and they have access to be able to organize instantly. And that's exactly what you're doing. You can't continue to pull the wool over these kids, eyes, right?
The veil's been lifted.
Exactly, the veil has been lifted, which it's a good and it's a bad thing, right? Because if it's being used, like Gil just said, to control people, right? When you had all these kids really marching for one particular movement, right? Like then it's okay if it fits the agenda. But once you turn on that agenda, once you turn on the establishment, they're just like, whoa. Hey, we gave you these guns to shoot those fools. We didn't give you these guns to shoot us, right? But we gave you these guns to shoot those, the ops. Don't be shooting over here, bro. So
it's the trippy part why I used to think that a lot, but then a thought kind of came to my mind where I was like, I don't know, like having all the world's information in your pocket should have been something that really empowered the people, right? And you would think it did. I think it did for a good amount of time, but then we talked too much and we rose up too much and started saying the right things too much. I think that the other side of the coin is, what is the consequence of being able to flood anybody's phone with all kinds of disinformation and bullshit information and garbage? Because you can do that as well, and then you still control the narrative of who pops and who comes up, and then you add in what happened that a lot of people forgot about 2-3 years ago: net neutrality.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
With net neutrality, there now you've gone in and washed the entire internet of so many people you don't even like anyway. So the internet you have with this whole Net 3 idea, this Web 3 shit that we have moving into Web 4, where AI is coming into the mix now, and we have algorithms that we can sit down and identify specific things. They have the ability to weed out anything that they don't agree with and push in everything, flood it with garbage now.
Yeah.
Right. So I start to wonder if we're even in that position anymore where we really do have access to all this infinite information. It's just a question of what we're asking.
Man, what comes?
Let's get the number up there right now.
You know what comes to mind when you talk about manipulation when it comes to data?
Your ex-girlfriend?
My God. She was part of it.
MKUltra was part of it.
Guy shit.
Talk to MKUltra.
Yeah. Yep, straight up. No,
Which
100%.
one?
MKUltra.
MKUltra.
It was a government experiment. Yeah.
CIA.
Exactly, where they basically tried to figure out how they could split the mind of a person to create a Manchurian candidate, right? Which would basically be somebody that at the will they could turn most of their brain off into. So there's something called a radio
Joe Biden.
Bro, Joe Biden.
Let's keep it real.
MK
But the thing is, he
Ultra,
glitched. He glitched, bro.
You
He
want a
glitched.
real one? That would be Obama, and Joe Biden would just be this fucking old dog, right?
Obama, I think, did a good job, bro. Obama did a real good job.
You're
bro.
insane, G.
I keep it real, brother.
Bro.
I think Obama did a real good job, especially
He killed several
Drone strikes.
Americans.
nothing
Thank
major.
you. Thank you.
I had this debate
Chris
with
Dorner.
I had this debate with.
He killed Chris Dorner.
He didn't kill Chris Dorner.
How did he
The
not?
police killed that fool.
No.
They
Bro.
burned him up.
How does the house blow up?
Oh no. They
The house
killed
blew-
him.
the
No.
house blew up.
No, the sheriffs killed him, bro.
There
was a
Not
drone-
Obama.
there was a drone
sheriff
strike.
does not have a drone.
The
dog.
only person that can allow a drone strike on American soil
soil.
is the U.S. president.
You guys think it was a drone strike?
Yeah,
Bro, okay, so I'll put.
I was there that weekend, bro.
I promise you.
I swear to God, I was there. I was in Big Bear.
Okay, but you're not gonna hear a drone strike, dog.
No, fuck yeah, you're gonna boom. What do you mean you're not gonna hear a
No,
drone strike?
not at
fool?
all. Not at all.
How many drone strikes a week do you hear?
Not zero.
What you
Zero.
mean you're not gonna hear?
Hopefully,
a drone?
every American would answer that question.
No, that was
zero.
that was the cops that burned them out, fool.
Not at all.
You know what they do? You know what the trick to burn you out is? They shoot those gas shit and all that. That's the same thing they did in like Waco and shit. The boom boom, those shit ignite, blow up.
Bro,
they know what they're
Waco,
doing, bro.
that is such a different example, though, dog. That was literally that
was a tank.
That was
Colts.
equivalency to that's equivalency to a terrorist attack or terrorist organization on American soil. That now we have to actually sit down and implement this type of shit. The problem.
Let's get back to Obama.
Whoa, MKUltra, right? Was the actual thing because I was just an
What year
example.
was that?
This was the 80s to 90s.
Okay.
So a perfect example of a few people that actually did come out of, and you can look this up, or you can go to CIA.gov, go to the vault, and actually pull it out, and you can see this yourself. Freedom of Information Act, Patriot Act, right?
Yep.
A few examples of people that we actually know that were involved in MKUltra. Charles Manson, the Unabomber.
Charles Manson.
Yeah, he was probably the most famous case right next to the Unabomber that was part of MKUltra, and it's declassified.
No, I don't believe that, bro.
100%. I'll send you some stuff on it
Are you
before we
kidding
bounce
me,
out of
though?
here. Yeah, major part of it.
It's true.
Topanga Canyon, actually, if you want to go there, so Topanga Canyon.
Charles
itself,
Manson was part of that.
Yeah, think about Topanga Canyon, bro. Think about all the artists you know
like
that came out of
hippies
there.
and all that. Yeah, all the-
And if you do your Googles, look at every single artist that came out from the 70s to 80s that came out of Topanga Canyon. Look up who their parents were. All of their parents were high CIA officials, right? There was a. So think about again. What was the
we're
great,
going down that rabbit hole
We'll go
today,
down,
bro.
right? The Grateful Dead. If you want to understand how acid and LSD in general, like, and most psychedelics traveled through America during that era, all you have to do is follow the Grateful Dead's tour, because that was literally the thing that was implemented to actually start spreading that out there. Those were the birthing pains of MKUltra, that whole hippy dippy era, right?
You know what? Listen to MKUltra. I don't think they're gone yet. I think
They're not gone at all.
if that's the case, they would have done hip hop.
Well, Kanye, they did do that,
did
and
do
that
that.
was
They have to
that's
do that.
actually
They've
Kanye's best
taken
point.
control
Like,
over
yeah.
hip hop.
Have you guys watched?
Years ago.
So one of my favorite people to see on podcasts, even though he's always angry, is Dame Dash.
Okay.
I think Dame Dash has some of the best insight on like how the industry really works, right?
You see the PBD and everything?
Yeah,
He about to
yeah.
cook
I saw the
right now.
PBD one, right? And I saw like when they brought up like him and Cube talking about, he's like, Cube is like, have you ever noticed that the same people that own these major record labels also own all the major privatized
That's crazy, bro.
prisons?
That's crazy, bro.
Thank you.
And is that a coincidence?
No,
Not
not
at
at all.
all.
It's business.
Is that a coincidence? that,
I'm gonna make these guys rap their way to prison.
Yeah,
I'm
straight
gonna
up.
kill you and
Not
I'm gonna
just
do
that,
it.
they're gonna influence people to do the things that they rap about,
Yeah.
even if they might not actually be doing.
Well,
them.
they're not. They're
but
industry
motherfucker,
babies.
they're gonna rap about
Yeah.
it, and people are gonna listen to it, get pumped.
Oh yeah, you
up.
get influenced, bro.
It's just
I
like-
want to shoot a motherfucker. I'm
Yeah.
driving down the 405 like
Yeah.
shit, like you pumped up.
Exactly.
Yeah. You might be bumping. That's like you bump Snoop or something. You might want to go do a holly because it's just fucking gangster music.
I believe that. I truly believe because I saw it myself when it was like Public Enemy, fight the power,
Yeah.
the power, and after that is
Well, if
fuck
you-
the police and then fuck everybody else.
Well,
homie.
if you look if you look at that era and back all the way up to
Crip
like
Mac and MKUltra.
MK Ultra, homie. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, that means they're paying
that's on
attention.
the 5, homie.
He's 5.
I'm the nifty in the 50, dog.
He about to get 5 plus 2, homie.
Damn.
That much for a bullet, bro.
Chill, G.
damn,
For a bullet.
Yeah,
that's
well,
crazy.
For a bullet.
We got some crazy
I try to
priors,
tell
too.
homies, keep trucha. If they want you for a bullet, that would have got dropped in the state. The
Yeah,
feds picked it
straight
up.
up,
That means the
straight
feds are watching all this shit. Well, they're watching all this drama, all this shit. The feds are watching like, they caught this guy with a bullet.
Look, fool, nothing was
we
going to
got some time for you.
happen. Nothing was going to happen. Then everybody got mad because Adam 22 wasn't there to bail him out and hold him down. So
well, you know who's probably gonna have
I don't give a
fucking-
shit, bro. Come on.
You know what's probably gonna be walking around with bullets in their pockets? Teachers in Tennessee, dog.
Damn.
They're
That
gonna
was
be
exactly-
allowed to
Oh,
go
yeah,
to
Tennessee
school
whiskey, homie.
strapped,
Straight up.
fool.
Yeah.
Tennessee whiskey.
They're
That's
allowing them
crazy,
to go
bro.
to
That's
school
good.
strapped.
No,
That's good.
it's not, bro. Because
It's good and bad, dog.
It's good,
It's
bro.
good
Bro,
and bad.
look, one of the schools I went to, we had a security guard that used to body slam fools, dog. Straight up, pick you up and body
That
slam
was the big
you, dog.
homie right there,
That
fool.
was, no, straight up, right? And for me, like,
final boss.
He was a hood ass fool, and he was from Inglewood, right? And that's when I came out here.
He
so
body slammed you, huh? Come on. No,
I never.
let's slow down. Let's slow down. Let's slow down.
I have respect, homie.
Philosopher,
I was not trying to get body slammed because he would have.
He said, I wasn't trying to. He did not say I did not. Hear his
Hell
words.
nah.
He said, I wasn't trying.
Nah.
Hey, fool.
But it happened,
Hey, look,
dog.
if he wanted to body slam
Hey,
me,
fool, let's
he
get that
would've.
fool. Let's get that fool, homie.
Hey,
He body
chill,
slammed you, huh?
dog.
He body
You
slammed
cool,
you.
fool.
Get back.
I let it go, fool.
But what's gonna happen when you finally look, I don't know if you guys been around like young men and women and these teenagers, bro, they're a bunch of fucking knuckleheads, right?
Yeah,
like,
straight up.
yo, you lose out there to those teachers out there who are educating our youth, man. Much props to you,
And
much
I'd
love to
spray
you.
that class if I was a teacher.
Bro, exactly. When are you gonna? It's gonna be a problem when one of these
Why?
teachers fucking loses it
Oh, and
and
bust on
fucking
his foot?
and starts
Then
fucking
they shouldn't
blasting
be
You
all
know
the
what it's
teachers,
going to be a
dog.
problem, dog? When your school shooter becomes a damn teacher,
But
dog.
then they
Yeah.
shouldn't
Get
be
the
a
fuck up out of
teacher.
here.
No, but
Well, yeah.
Bro, most
listen.
teachers
You're
shouldn't be
incompetent.
teachers nowadays. Most
No,
teachers
but-
don't go to educate and to help out.
Hey, the sad part is this, bro. It's a culture thing. Let's keep it 100, brother. In most Weddle country ass, I'm sure they have their
They'll
redneck
be
dumbasses, but they ain't trying to fight the teachers.
They'll be
fool.
fine. Yeah.
They ain't trying. They don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. They just
Straight
won't
up.
show up to school.
Straight
But there's a culture out there that. What? I'm gonna press up. I'm gonna press up on
Yeah.
you. I saw another one slapping a teacher. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
That's just
Why?
crazy. Yeah.
Because I want to show my dominance to everybody else because I feel so small. And
Well,
like,
and I don't
you're a
respect
young
it.
guy. You don't.
You don't respect authority.
Yeah, zero. In
Yeah,
other words,
straight
you
up.
have some very bad parenting.
But does that? But that's still a child, and for
You
an
still
adult
should
to
get
still
pistol
pop
whipped
that
if you act
fool?
like a fool.
All right.
No,
Well, so
maybe a
then,
little
hey, you can have a pistol, but no bullets.
Hey, we got a saying at the boxing gym: if you're old enough to talk back, you're old enough to get
Oh,
fucked up.
yeah, you don't get these hands. You
Hey,
don't get these hands,
I know
straight
a
up.
couple that are old and try to talk shit, and then like, you old enough to talk shit, you're gonna get fucked up.
Hey, but you know what's the crazy part? When you're trying to do that, and then the kids still beat your ass.
Damn.
Yeah, but hey,
That's all bad.
no kid
That's
should be
bad,
putting his hand on the teacher.
Nah.
But back in, there should be no
Hell
hands in
no.
school like
Okay.
that. Period.
Okay,
It should be amongst the kids.
This,
throwing
no, this is
hands,
the way I feel
period.
about it. We just another segment. We just gave $95 billion, mostly to Ukraine, and then another, let's say 40% to Ukraine or 50% to Ukraine, 25 to maybe 30, 40 to Israel, and then another 10% to Taiwan.
We passed a couple trill out. And the whole pack.
Hey, the Israeli government, the Israeli country has healthcare for all. One, okay. Two,
Really small
every
nation.
single Israeli school is protected like a courthouse. Remember that. Every single school in Israel, brother, even out here. Have you gone through any? Have you seen any Jewish schools? What are they? You got a bunch of security guys out there with guns.
Those are private owned, though.
Yeah, so it's okay. But if
Yeah.
we're giving them $95 billion or we're giving them a chunk of that
We
to
shouldn't
another
do none of
country,
that.
yet we're sitting here, we're going to give the teachers a gun. Okay, let's take the guns away from the teachers.
Yeah.
Every single school should be like going to court. Oh, why you're making it into a fucking jail? No, we're making it into a court. We should protect our kids at all costs, bro. Fuck all the homeless shit. Fuck all this. We should have places where the kids, you know your kid's going to go to school. You know your kid's not going to get killed.
Yeah. No, I understand.
And the sad part in America, every 3 months, fool, we hear about it and we're like,
Yeah.
we desensitize. Like,
Okay.
So
how many they killed?
another
Only,
one?
only 12?
Yeah.
I guess the question,
another one.
I guess one of the questions I do have, right, because I am a big proponent for the Second Amendment, right? I do believe that
sir.
individuals should have and own weapons, and the government shouldn't get involved in what type of weapons that you have, right? But look at a state like Texas,
My God.
who you can open carry everywhere,
And there's no
right?
problems.
There is and there's not, right? You're saying that there's no problems, but some of the most prolific, tragedies that have happened in schools have happened in Texas.
Yeah.
So how do you get around that, right? When
Well,
you're
because
talking,
they don't allow guns on the property, dog.
Well, no-
I'm sure if you're allowed to open carry and motherfuckers
Well,
can walk
the
around
issue
strapped
is
at
that
school.
when you can open
like,
carry,
so-
everybody's carrying.
No,
and
that's how
that
you-
creates a balance to an
it's
extent.
very simple.
But to your point, now I can take an AR-15 that's fully fucking FMG'd out and all this body kit to school to do
That's
that
what I'm
damage.
saying,
The
but-
damage I can do is
No,
great.
no.
Nobody
Shit
can
like
do that shit in the streets because somebody's gonna be a hero
Hey,
and pull their strap.
but
on
you
and-
said the
Hell
schools, right?
no, hell
Schools,
no.
yeah.
People don't
Okay,
do shit.
so
Well,
you
you don't
do
think so in
you do
Texas?
what I just talked about. You make the schools like the courthouse. You literally have one interesting. You have a bunch
Oh,
of
man.
Israel does it. Why do you think they do
okay,
it?
so this is the point to where I was going to say to you, when you just went there with Israel, that's apples and fucking
No,
bananas.
it's not.
G.
No,
Yo,
it's
it is.
not.
Because
Why?
check it out. Because check it out like this. First of all, America was a nation that it was divided into, I forget, 50-51, homie. What was that? Mandela effect. And each entity initially was its own nation, right? And then that's why every single state has the ability to kind of to jurisdict itself, right? It can look at itself. It has its own jurisdiction, right? And we're able to sit down and mold things depending on how our own little society deems it possible, right? Because the rural nations are not going to act the same way as the metropolis
Okay,
nations
okay.
are,
Where
right?
you going with this?
Now, where I'm going with it is that
You're going kinda far.
You're talking. That's not that far, Papa. Just
Bring it in, baby. Bring it in.
So in Israel's a very tiny nation.
So their kids are worth more than ours.
Not at all. It's just that the amount, the money that's coming in, the support that's coming in, it's able to divvy out at a smaller space much better, right? So your buying power would be greater. If all you had to deal with was fucking Texas and Nebraska, then you're able to sit down and finance and do a lot of these extras.
California has spent $25 billion on homeless in the last 5 years.
You see, that is part of the problem in my mind.
So if California would have spent $25 billion, you
the
think
education system instead?
not for security. You
Yes.
think $25 billion wouldn't cover our thing for the last 5 years for kids?
And to your point, I agree with that entirely, right?
There's money there, bro. There's
But-
money for wars. There's money for all kind of shit.
100%.
The thing is that people are just like, but there's money there to protect our kids. That should be number one as
and
Americans.
that right there, what you just said, is also part of the point. The education system in Israel is vastly different than the education system in fucking California.
But we're giving
dog.
them money.
So the problem is actually not to look at somebody else and be like, oh, we should do this. No, the problem is to look at ourselves and as a state and say, what are we doing about education and why do we perceive
But we're
education
not
this
talking
way?
about education right now. We're talking about security.
well,
no, two different
no, no, no,
conversations.
no,
That's
so-
apples and oranges.
Okay, no, no,
Apples and
no,
oranges.
no, no,
Apples and
no, So
oranges.
check it out. So check it
Apples
out.
and naranjas, my boy.
Right now, I'm going like this.
Nah, homie.
I'm doing
What it is-
Garcia. Watch the left hook on you.
What it is y'all need to keep up, Papa. Y'all need to keep up. Y'all need to keep
No,
up because
you went from security to
I
fucking
got you.
education.
I got you.
Okay,
That's
let's go
called
back.
conceptual thinking.
Oh, fuck, I
So
can't. That's
instead
too
of
hard.
just sitting down and looking at it as education, look at the concept behind behind what I'm saying. Look at the way you perceived these concepts in your life, be it education, be it school, be it the pots in your road.
I hear a lot of bullshit right now. We're talking about should we be able to protect our children and spend money to make it like a court. You said no, Israel's a much smaller place.
Well, you said you compared Israel to the entirety of America.
I'm saying, okay, we're a family, right?
Yeah.
We're a family, right? This is our yard, right? This is our yard. We're back into the Pinta yard. We're back into the YouTube yarda, right?
Who's got the low socks?
We're back into the YouTube yarda. And the YouTube yarda, our kids are going to school and they're getting shanked. Bam, bam, bam.
Damn, fool.
No, they are. They're literally getting killed.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
It's true.
Okay.
It's happening.
The yard over there, which is a smaller yard, that's the Israel yard.
Yeah.
We're sending them a huge package.
We're paying them, yeah.
Hey, fool, we owe all kind of money, but hey, send them money. And we're like,
So
hey,
stop
hey,
sending
we're
them.
like, hey, fool, hey, these fools got healthcare for everybody. Oh, but they're a much smaller yard, fool. Don't worry. You just keep working, pay taxes. We're paying. Hey, dude, their schools are all security. And then there's a couple Israeli guys, which the Jewish community, all their schools are private schools.
Okay.
They all have guards. They all have this. So it's like, at some point, you look at it and you're like, why are they so protected? Why giving them all this? Our kids are not protected.
Yeah, who's giving us money?
You'll protect
Who's paying
everybody who
us?
goes into Congress.
Yeah.
You'll protect everybody who goes to the senator. You'll protect every police station. You'll
Oh,
protect
yeah.
every courthouse.
And their kids' schools are
But-
secured with
Why-
guns.
So why
Yeah.
are our schools not
But see,
secure?
but think about what you just said.
a good
Who's
point.
giving money to America to do these things? Who's financing us?
But why are we
We're
giving? them?
printing money.
Why are we giving our money away?
So then how is it apples and oranges when you're comparing a nation where we're paying them to do the things that we're not doing proper ourselves, when the answer to the problem is probably stop paying them and put it into our own pocket?
I take it
Buy
you're
that
not, I take it you're
security
not
you're
married,
talking
fool.
about. No, fuck no.
Because my wife would have
I
been
take it
like,
you are.
how in the hell are you going to give money to this motherfucker to send his kid to
right.
private school
Okay, so then let
and our
me-
kids fucking
let me-
are
public
getting
school.
beat up in public school?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do
That's
you
true.
think the
That's
answer is
true.
to that?
I think the answer is they can still give money to Israel, whoever they want.
Why?
But
Fuck that.
okay, no, because that'll be the
Buy
you're
your
doing-
security
no.
with that money.
California, it's its own country.
Yeah.
California could easily,
100%,
if they wanted to. Right now, maybe the budget's all crazy.
We could break away.
But they could have easily make every school where you walk through a glass thing, you walk
100%.
through this, make the kids secure. Where parents, it's a sad thing where you hear a shooting, you're like, how many died, dude? Only 15. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not that many. Those are fucking little kids.
It should be
bro.
not one. Right?
Those- It should be not
then
one.
Let me ask you a question. Would you agree with me if I were to say that maybe a better solution is to, I think, not pay them that money or take other money and actually pump it into our own infrastructure?
Well, of course.
Okay, so when I'm telling you that it's apples and oranges, what I'm saying is that nobody's pumping money into our infrastructure to help us, yet we're doing it for other people and then wondering why they're doing better results.
But that's on
with
a
that.
state level.
And
But
going to this, and if you guys want to
go.
read some of the comments, right? Poison One says the U.S. has a role in this world, and its duty is to defend countries who can't defend
Oh,
themselves.
bro,
Also
that's
aid them,
crazy.
just like how we do Israel,
Have you seen the Middle East, Papa?
What do
which
you
I
got?
think is a
Have
complete
you seen
falsehood.
the Middle East?
yeah,
I don't-
it's
oh my
definitely a
God.
complete falsehood.
We
We
shouldn't continue,
destabilize.
bro. We shouldn't continue to play the super cop of the world and
Fuck.
come
Yeah.
to. We're Captain Save a Ho. We come and we save you. And when we have an issue, when something happens in this country, when we have a natural disaster or something, who's coming and knocking on our door?
Nope.
Who's saying, "Hey, let's send
Nobody.
troops, let's send people." Except Mexico. Mexico,
Hey,
shout out
remember
to
when you helped
Mexico.
us out? We got
Mexico
you now.
does.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, low
They
key,
need a
low
ride,
key.
but they'll come.
They'll come.
Right? They'll be here.
They'll
Right?
Pick me
They
up,
need a
fool, pick me
carpool,
up,
but we'll
fool.
be here.
Con una cruda.
Right? But
Drink con la banda.
it's our responsibility to take care of Americans. It's not our
Yes,
responsibility to take
yes.
care of the rest of the world. I'm like, because everybody wants.
Okay.
Everybody talks shit about us. Everybody's
Yeah.
like, the United States is a piece of shit, X, Y, and Z. But when something fucking goes down, when somebody gets bombed,
Where
somebody
you
gets
at,
something.
Papa?
There's like, what happened? Where you guys at?
Yeah, they
It's like
expect- they
American
expect
Cholo.
our help.
Oh, it's like American Cholo. For fuck Gil. But then when something happens with Raza, Gil, why don't you speak up on it? But listen, I'll talk to Poison. It is not
Poison tweaking.
It is not our duty to sit there and have somebody who did get assaulted, who did get this, but at this point, it's like somebody assaulted and killed somebody, which they did, Hamas. But then you go in there and you are just fucking spraying the whole house. You're killing kids, you're killing ads, you're killing. They threatened us. Fool, you done killed 20,000 of these motherfuckers. You done
Straight up.
blown them out of existence. Fool, there is no threat. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
At this point, this is vengeance. This is no longer
Well,
a
it's not
fucking.
even
I think
vengeance, bro.
No, it's vengeance,
It's an
bro.
excuse. Look, you.
That's vengeance.
You
An
smacked
excuse
this
to
girl.
kill somebody.
Well, you smacked this girl in the front yard. I beat your ass in the front yard. Now I'm going to your house and I'm taking your TV. I'm gonna take some jewelry. Like, bro, we destabilize nations and we use any problem. We don't mind. We'll do
Hotline. Let's go. We got to call her.
The hotline.
Oh,
we gotta
shit.
call her the
It's
hotline.
poison.
Bro, what's cracking?
Turn him up a little bit, Christopher.
What up?
Okay.
What's up, Tony? Talk to us, homeboy.
Chilling. Hey, I was just hearing you guys talking about police being the super cop of the world and all this and shit, right?
Nothing major.
I've been watching. I was watching this documentary on Netflix, right? It's about how the war on terror started, right?
Oh,
And-
fuck.
I feel like when we didn't pay attention to the rest of the world, which is like when we not to turn our back on Afghanistan, but when obviously we helped them beat the Soviets, right? And then we just bounced, right? We just booked, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when Osama came in and started planning attacks and this, that, and the third. So although our money's going out and helping all these other fucking countries and all this and that, I feel like that's more of a deterrent to have these fools not try to do attacks. Like, we're already in your hood. Like, if you're going to attack us, right, and we're already on your block, you're less likely to do some shit because we're going to retaliate right then and there. You see what I'm saying?
No, I get that 100%, but what's going on in Israel right now is not that. What's
Well,
going on in
and-
Israel? Listen,
Well,
Palestine
Israel-
to us is nothing, bro. Like, as
up.
far as a
Straight up.
threat,
Yeah.
zero, bro.
And also keep in mind a
Zero.
bunch of embassies were taken over, right? Look at Hillary Clinton.
But if you're like a very high person in the news and we're saying this, they'll say we're anti-Semitic. We're this.
Straight up.
No,
What
zero.
tripped me
boy.
out about Israel, I remember, like, I think it was 2015, 2016. They found some spy shit in D.C. and everyone was wondering where it came from, and it was the Israelis that were spying on us.
We spy on
They were
everybody,
pro-
bro, and they
nothing.
spy on us, bro. It's a dirty world.
Yeah, and they spy on
Well,
us,
they
but
are
I'm like,
nice.
what the fuck? I thought we were friends, you know?
Ain't
with
no
the
friends in the
Israelis,
yard,
it's like-
carnal. Just
Yeah,
business
straight
Yeah,
up.
associates.
with the
Straight up.
Israelis, it's like they know they're our only ally out there, dog. Besides Israel, who else is there? Turkey?
We're the bank, fool. We're the bank. Call America. They'll pay us.
They're the bank. Fool. To be honest, Israel, we hold Israel's pocket. If you want to keep it to fucking
I don't
Yalda
know,
terms and
fool.
shit, no, straight up.
Business wise, bro. Yeah.
Think about World War II.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
We were not
Yeah,
involved.
but like I feel like them fools know, like they could start shit because they know we're gonna back them up.
Hey,
Because,
that
like,
part.
even-
Yes.
they're that fine ass height of the minutes go.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, they're like,
And,
my boyfriend will
they
fuck
can't
you
do
up,
no
fool.
wrong.
Yeah.
She coming,
Yeah,
she
because,
coming
like,
from the club with some
even-
vato. Like, come on, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, you want some tacos?
Even
My
if
man
you
will
look
fuck
at
you
it-
up.
even if you look at it through like, let's say, a religious point, right? Like, anyone that's Christian has to defend Israel because you know that they're gonna go and fuck up all the, where Jesus was born. and all
No,
the
it's
stuff
not
that's in
that,
our
fool.
Bible.
It's not. No, it's not that, Tony. Let me give you the game down on why the religious people want Israel to be there and have them there, because in order for Jesucristo to come back, the chosen people have to be on the land. So if the Israelis are not on the land, Jesus will not come
Papa.
back,
No,
and that's the reason that Christians and Catholics want them there.
The rebuilding of the third temple is actually what has to happen, and that doesn't necessarily mean that Israelis have to be on there. And
No, they have to be there, Holmes. That's the whole point. They are the chosen people. Whether you want to,
No, there's a Bible verse you can pull up right now.
but
Roberto can
are
pull it
they
up for
the
you.
chosen people to you?
No.
Okay, not to you, but to the Christians and Catholics
No,
that are in
they-
America. They
no,
are, bro. That's
no.
what they're there for.
No, there's Bible verses. Oh boy, can pull
Well, I
up
get
for
the
you.
Bible verses. There's
That's what it's
there's
based
Israelites
on.
that will say the brothers were the first Israelites and all that. There's all kind of Bible verses, but in reality, America believes America
yes. Yeah,
believes that the Judíos are the chosen people, and if they're not there, Jesus will not come back. Homie. And so to
no.
me, it's a biblical
No,
war.
no. You can look it up to
Yeah, it's
the
a biblical war.
rebuilding.
It's a
That's
biblical
exactly
war. Are
what
you
it is.
telling me
That part
Israel's
is
not a
true.
biblical war?
That's exactly
Well,
what
why?
it is.
No, pause. Hold on. So,
Pause.
so there's prophecies, right?
My granddad
so,
does to me. She was paused. I go,
Yeah. So there's prophecies set up, and that's what a prophecy is, right? So what people are waiting for is prophecies to be fulfilled, right? And the prophecy they're waiting to be fulfilled, and it's like, it's from the book itself. That prophecy lays in the Bible, dog. Like, so the prophecy is the rebuilding of the third temple, right? Because the first temple
What's
was
the third temple,
The
fool?
first temple was destroyed in Jerusalem when they had the walls of Jericho fell down, right? The second
Yeah.
temple was built up up shortly after the Exodus.
By the ruins, with the ruins of all.
This is the philosopher right here.
It's not philosopher for no reason, Papa. So the third temple has yet to be rebuilt, right? And then when you look at what happened with Trump, that was the part where people were tripping on Trump.
When he made that.
Well, he was alleging to rebuild it, and that would have been the rebuilding of the third temple.
But he did. He built.
He did not.
He built it in Jerusalem. The what's the name?
The third temple.
So basically, for the prophecy to make sense, like they have to destroy Jerusalem again and then rebuild it again?
No. So two things have to occur. First of all, the Vatican has to crumble itself, because if you look up the Bible, it says that the house on the seventh hill will be destroyed. If you look up what the house of the seventh hill is, that is the Vatican. Ugh. There's 7 hills in Rome. The Vatican sits on the tallest hill of Rome itself, right? So the Vatican will be destroyed. If you look up the prophecies of the Vatican popes, we currently have the last pope, who is a philosopher. I can't remember what type of monk he is. It'll come to me as we go.
Philosopher.
I got y'all. You're taking class right now. Sit down, take class. Take out your notebook.
I love it.
So what happens is there's a certain structure that the rebuilding of the third temple has to be built by. So the architecture is literally laid out by, I believe it's 7 or 11 fucking columns on. So everything is laid out a certain way that it has to be built to a certain proportion on top of all 3 of them, right? That has never happened at all. That is the final prophecy that has to occur.
Well, no, if I see the Vatican go down, I know it's all downhill from there. I see the Vatican go down.
That's the big one. Okay,
bro.
but the Vatican has already fallen, right? I don't know if you noticed it or not. It doesn't have to be physical.
See, but that's the interpretation of the Bible, bro.
It's not
People
the
can do all
interpretation
kind
of
of.
the Bible.
It is.
No. Because check it out. So the Vatican has certain parameters built around it, right? You can debate some things, but you can't debate all things.
You can debate everything.
Not everything, right? You can't debate laws of gravity. You can't debate.
Yeah, you could debate what's a woman nowadays, bro.
If you want to debate that, you can debate that. For me,
the president won't tell you what a woman is.
I know where
the
those
Supreme
things
Court judge
sit.
won't tell you what a woman is, so you can debate that, bro.
You can debate whatever you want. Doesn't mean you're right?
Yeah,
I could debate that the sky is not blue, but and I guess it's not. But the point being is that these certain prophecies have to be fulfilled to a literal standard. These things have been put out there, and maybe it's because it's so true that it can only be done a very specific way, or maybe it's so unique that it's bullshit.
But right? is it yes or no, or I don't know if it's a yes or no question. Is it a biblical war?
Yes,
that's going on.
Yes,
right.
Yeah. It's a holy war. I would not say it is a biblical
Tony, you're
war.
still there?
I know.
Tony's part of the show.
I'm still there.
Hey, for your Wi-Fi is cut out soon.
Because if it's not our Bible, it's the Quran. Like it's the same shit. Like
no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's definitely not, right? So, and that's the difference, right?
Banging the Quran, fool. They'll blow the studio up, bro. Don't be fucking banging the Quran.
Yeah,
fool.
hey, don't get it. Hey, fool. I ain't trying to have that shit come down here. No, there's 3 Bibles. People typically reference the Judeo-Christian religion at all 3 of them, which is the Quran, the Jewish religion / Yiddish, as well as all Christian denominations underneath it, because we're called the people of the book once you subscribe to one of those 3, right? But they all basically follow a general principle, but all 3 of them are uniquely different in their foundation. For instance, Jesus is not a Messiah to the Jews, yet he is the fucking possibly God or God's son to the Christians, depending on the denomination. Yet to the Muslims, he was a messenger.
He was a prophet or something,
equal to Allah or Muhammad himself coming down, except he did not hold the same exact intrinsic value as in the Christian nation. The Christians actually uphold Jesus as an entity way higher than anybody else does, and that's what makes them uniquely different, right? The Quran is...
But the Quran was written like 1,000 years, 400 years after Jesus, no?
Okay, but the Bible is written 500 years after. All books of the
But how about the Jewish one? The Jewish one was written...
So the Jewish, that's the tricky part. The question is, are you asking me about the
what
Torah
is the Jewish one called? Torah?
The Torah or the Tanakh?
Because I've spoken to Jewish people, and they're like, we had ours before Jesus.
Well, they did.
Literally, like, the Jews are like,
so let me ask you a question.
Nobody, bro.
Let me ask you a question. What language do you think Jesus spoke?
He was a Jew.
What do you think? Hold on, no, don't say it. Don't say it. What language do you think he spoke though?
I don't. I would think fucking
Hebrew, not at all. He spoke Aramaic.
Oh, really?
He spoke Aramaic.
He spoke Aramaic.
So he was
right. And you know what's funny? You know what he would have called God? Allah.
That's a good
And you know
one.
what's the funny part about Allah? Allah actually means arm, leg, arm, head.
One more time.
ALLAH, arm, leg, arm, head, which is the body of man. This is God's body. Allah, this is God's body, right? So when Jesus actually sat down and said to the Father,
but that was also a few hundred years after the Jewish wrote their Bibles.
Not at all. So when you look at actually the etymology of both languages, you have Hebrew, paleotype A and B. which existed before the Hebrew language itself. That Hebrew actually had 3 different denominations of its language itself. The Syriac language, the Middle Eastern language, predates both of them, because you're talking about Babylon. You're talking about Assyria, which became Syriac, which went on and on and on and on and on,
Okay.
right? The first Coptic record you ever saw was from Cyrus the Great, which was literally the first fucking historical document for humanitarian rights, and that was done in Syriac, right? So most languages, Jesus himself actually did not speak Hebrew. It was not a language. The letter J did not exist in the Hebrew language up until maybe like 140 or 200 or something years ago. Jesus' closer name would have been something like Yeshua,
Like,
Yahweh
yeah,
Shai,
yeah.
something with the
Yeah.
Y. And
So it ain't Chewy?
It definitely ain't Chewy, Papa.
All right. So let me ask you this: what do you believe?
I believe that there is. What's the question? What do I believe in? What?
Like, as far as you got 3 Bibles, you got 3 religions, even though there's more. What do you believe as far as the religion goes?
So I'm personally an agnostic, right? So I believe that there is a creative entity out there, a singular one above all. Does not mean there cannot be a pantheon.
Agnostic?
Yeah. So that believes that an agnostic can either be somebody that believes or does not believe more so than the other. Kind of sit on the fence. I'm personally an agnostic that believes more so than not. I 80% believe, and I leave 20% for me just being wrong. But I truly would not believe there's nothing. For me, everything around us, I could never walk into a forest and see a painting hanging on a tree and think that there's no painter, right? A tornado can never go into a junkyard and create a plane.
Put the camera
Chaos
on
does
this
not-
guy,
right.
man. Come on.
Thank you,
I'm trying to get clips off of this,
Hey,
brother. This is beautiful.
I got
Come
you,
on,
I got you on
Christopher.
depth right now, right?
Come
So
on.
order can only come from order. Order cannot come from chaos, right? So to me, when I see life around us and how structured and proper it is, I can look at a leaf and see the same veins that will run through my blood. I can see how deep and how proper. 1% of any planet being off completely suspends all ability for life to sustain itself on any planet, right? So clearly something is done that every gear in the clock is ticking the way it's supposed to with purpose, right? When there's purpose, there's obviously something purposeful behind it. So I'm forced to believe that there's something intent behind that. Am I going to sit down and believe that in my mind? When you talk about the Bible, first of all, there's the Council of Nicaea where a bunch of men came together and rearranged the chronological order of your 14 books. And then you had the Protestant Reformation who took 14 books out of your Bible, which was called the Apocrypha. And just before that, before the King James, you have the Geneva Bible, where King James came and changed the Geneva Bible.
Stop.
Well, the point is, what I'm getting
I'm
at.
trying to give you a better point. No, we got to do our own solo thing on you, fool. This is beautiful. No. You're wasting the knowledge right now, bro. This is beautiful, bro. The question I was going to ask you is, do you get a lot of tail with that? Because that was beautiful. I was really like, oh my god, this guy's just like
I think, hey,
Smokes a lot of
man,
weed. Smokes a lot of weed.
yeah.
That's why he smokes a lot of weed.
I'm very comfortable.
We have to sit down and have that conversation on our own, bro.
I would love to, yeah.
That's
Because
what we've been talking about.
That's
I was talking
dope.
about
Oh,
with
yeah,
Frankie. We need to like have an episode where we just like
The
dive
philosopher,
deep
homeboy.
into.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
we can go deeper.
Oh, Tony, you're still there?
hey,
Oh
yeah,
shit!
hey,
Hey, just drop your number in the
What's
Oh,
chat.
up, Tony?
G.
What's up,
Hey,
Tony?
fool, this fool, hey, you got my number, fool. Hey, this is why I call in, fool. This is why I call in.
See, there you go. The philosopher came through
right.
today, homie. He messed up the table, but he's
I
all
love
good,
to say,
homeboy.
I spilled some shit all over the table
We
early,
forgive
bro.
him.
but,
We forgive him, fool.
Just let me pay
All
back
right,
some
Tony.
debt.
One more thing, fool. Come on.
China, fool.
What's your favorite color?
The China, Black China, she owns TikTok. That's what I heard.
Black
Thank
Nah,
China.
shit, fool. Nah, I was taken back because the fool was telling me that, like, because I'm comparing our politics to like theirs, right? And you know, we go off of regimes, fool. These fools go off for like decades. You know what I'm saying? Like these fools have plans
Oh, they're
50
dictators.
years from now.
They're dictators.
Yeah, but I mean, but like it's like once Trump left, once Trump got in, he killed most of what Obama was trying to do, and then Biden's trying to kill what Trump's trying to do.
Every
Like,
president.
we need to just get in agreement with something and just let that shit be. China doesn't argue that shit. Whatever they're gonna do 10 years from now, they're gonna do.
That's because it's a dictatorship.
Whatever that fool decides he's gonna
Just keep
do,
it
nobody
going.
can
Just
tell
keep
him
it
no.
going.
You know?
Yeah, 3 generations of your family suffer when you argue with China.
And just
Oh,
giving,
yeah, bro.
and just giving like a dumbed down version of like why we're giving so much aid to Israel, right? Like not to get into the weeds because we could sit here and have that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
That theological conversation
It's
all
been
day.
on for thousands of years.
Like
Literally.
Israel is one of, if not the leader in military technology.
Thank you.
Like they outclass us in the rest of the world.
So in
when
other
it
words,
comes
you
to-
better give me some money.
Bro.
If not, I won't give you the firepower.
Exactly. that all the new military technology, the top of the line technology, is coming out of Israel. And
I don't know about that.
No, so this
What was that movie? War Dogs? Those fools were
it's a great
Jews,
example.
no?
So exactly right. So this would be the question though: is it coming out of Israeli minds? Right, because when you looked at World War II, for example, Project Paperclip, etc. After the war happened, what did we do? We went and we bought all the great minds of the Germans. We bought their minds.
Oh yeah, for
right?
sure.
And you know what the
Einstein.
Chinese would have said about us? All the great military technology is coming out of America.
Yeah,
It's not.
for sure.
It's coming out of Germany.
For
right?
sure.
We just bought them over, and then we
I think that's the same thing America's doing.
huh?
I think that's the same thing America's
I
doing.
think so too, and I think the real question is who are the minds that are creating this, and how much of that financial backing would allow this? Because that Iron Dome, you cannot make it big enough to sit over America, but in a small ass little pocket like Israel,
We can make it on all the border.
no, you couldn't. You couldn't.
Why not?
Because
we don't have a country giving us all kind of money.
That part, right? And how big would that country have to be?
No,
Right.
like okay, like the border. If America really wanted to shut that border down, bro. If we went into a World War III right now, that border shut down.
Yeah, all day.
There ain't
All day.
nobody coming in here, bro.
Thank you. That is probably the best fucking point that anybody could ever make. If we went to World War III right now, I promise you, my mama, that border would be tighter than
The
anybody.
coyotes are like, hey, how's it? Oh, you're not passing.
The coyotes would have told.
Ya se acabó el jale.
Exactly.
Ya
They
se
would've
acabó la
told the homies,
chamba.
"Hey, it's done.
Ya se
It's
acabó la
done.
chamba,
Yeah,
güey. Ya se acabó. It's over. It's over.
Sorry. Well, and you know it's funny, man. Like it goes back, bro. Like the Nina, Arkansas, fool. Bill Clinton. Why the fuck do I want any type of border control when my governors are going to push cocaine through my own goddamn shit? Obama with Project Need for Speed. Why the fuck do I want my borders to be airtight when I'm going to pay the cartel to push these fucking guns for me right now?
it's true.
There's no incentive for that, bro. That fucks up American business and American politics to shut that fucking border down, because the money that I'm making on the back end, the money that I'm not telling you about, World Trade Center, that money that went missing, Blackwater groups, Black Project groups tied in with companies like Blackwater. I don't want you to know the money I can make and the money I can pull out without printing it, right? And me being able to slide some coke through the border in Colombia through fucking, Cocaine Cowboys, Nina, Arkansas with Bill Clinton in the 90s, or today, 5 years ago with Obama and Project Need for Speed in the border, dog. Easy money.
Bro, it goes to just kind of show, like, I know we're sitting here, and for a lot of people who are listening, who are tuning in, right, these might just seem like conspiracy theories. They may seem like kind of far-fetched ideas, but these are verifiable facts, right? When you go back and you can read a lot of these declassified documents and say, like, the CIA did sell crack and funnel crack to LA and New York in the 70s and the 80s. I'm like, that is verifiable information. And it's been verifiable.
Free Ray Rick Ross.
Exactly. It's been verifiable for decades, right?
Yep.
So if we know that, like, some of the biggest schemes, right? We talk about these pedophile islands. A lot of these conspiracies are true. If our government, the CIA, can sell cocaine, can sell drugs, can fund their proxy wars, I'm like, what do you think that you don't think that they're capable of much more?
Yeah, nothing should seem far-fetched.
No, not at all. And you want to see something? You want to capable of much more? What's an example of that? Hillary Clinton fucking destabilizing all of Libya to where there's open air slave trades going on. You can buy a person right now, probably off fucking Alibaba, because of Hillary Clinton, right? There are children that have been trafficked through with her art, and that it's declassified. These are a conspiracy ceases to be a conspiracy the moment evidence is presented from it, and evident not your YouTube scholarship, but evidence, right? Primary evidence, meaning that I can cross-examine this bit of evidence. Evidence moves into the realm of primary evidence at a point, right? Your evidence may be good enough, but primary is a great example. What is primary evidence? Is Jeffrey Epstein's fucking flight log, dog. Things like that you can look at. That is no longer a conspiracy. That is a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And at that point, people got to start. That's what I'm saying. Like, other shit shouldn't seem too far-fetched, bro. Like, if we're seeing that this shit is going on, why the fuck would we feel like other shit can't happen? You know, like this. We got all this sick shit going on in the world, dog.
I think it's complacency, man. I think a lot of people are very complacent, and they're told how busy and how much they have going on, and they're told that they don't have the time to consider things beyond their tiny little cube. But that's a lie, right? Your ability to contemplate sits in your head. It takes no time.
Yeah, bro. But man, before we start wrapping this episode up, dog, one more thing that I want to jump into. just to end it on a good fucking note, bro.
Please.
Latin music revenue has gone and cleared $1 billion
That's dope.
for
That's
the
right.
second consecutive year, dog.
That's right.
Let's go.
Damn, bro. That's dope to hear, dog. You know, the culture is on the move, dog. It's on the
That's
rise.
exactly
Yeah.
what that means.
You know, and nobody can stop that shit.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Nobody's going to be able to stop that shit. At least not anytime soon.
No.
You know, it's just getting better and better. You got artists that want to get involved with more Latinos in the music and the culture. I mean, the biggest artist arguably in the world for hip hop, Drake, bro, he fucks with Chinito Pacas heavy, you know?
Straight up, yeah.
Like little things like that you see and it's exciting. It's exciting more than anything for somebody like me.
Hotline.
Nah, those are super facts, bro. I think that to your point, man, like I keep saying this and keep regurgitating the stat line, right? Like we are the biggest consumers of goods and services. That goes to show that, look, like a lot we hold as a collective unit, as a collective people, a lot of economic power.
100%.
But the reason why I think this is something that is sustainable is the new wave, right? Because I was having this conversation earlier, is the reason why it didn't get here sooner was because a lot of us who are first generation, who are just coming into this country, learning to speak the language, the thing that we want the most is to be accepted and to assimilate, right?
for sure.
So to assimilate with American culture, we're gonna really assimilate with things that are popular, and that is not necessarily where our roots lay, right?
It doesn't necessarily help us either.
So now, when you have a lot of these younger artists that are making this music very popular, and you have a whole generation that's growing up with this music being the most popular music in the world. And by the time they reach our age, right, the music is going to be at a completely different level.
100%.
The culture is going to be at a completely different level. And guess what? Latinos are not having less babies. Like,
Yeah. Hey, caller, you still there? Caller. We had a caller.
You,
Oh, we had one then, huh?
Go ahead, get in, caller. You got to jump in here like jump rope.
The double dutch.
and I'm just waiting for my time. So
That's right. You let the homie do his thing. That's right.
He's timing the
What's up, caller? Where you calling from, man?
I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York, in the building, homie.
East Coast.
What's going on? Talk to us, Brooklyn, New York. He's up there.
Yes, I just wanted.
Go ahead.
I'm just over here listening to your conversation. Now I'm actually going to start doing my little one-on-one I do on this podcast thing.
Okay.
And on current events. And it's dope just hearing everybody come out, have an opinion on so much things on a broad spectrum, you know?
That's right, for sure. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to have these conversations that, a lot of our people just in general don't really have. I mean, a lot of people don't have it there. I don't know if
They just listen to Univision.
Yeah, they listen to Univision or the drama on the YouTube world or anywhere else, right? And we're trying to bring something else where it's drama, homie. Think about it. We got countries killing each other, bombing each other, like some major shit. It ain't just I'm gonna pull up. No, it ain't that. Is fool. I'm gonna drop some bombs on you.
I know I got roasted for the first 5 minutes.
And he got roasted for the first 5 minutes. That's true. Hey, Joaquin said, hold on, caller. He said, you men are showing ignorance. Show some respect. You respect the principle of the barrio, but won't show it here. You're embarrassing the channel. They got upset.
Damn.
They got upset because we were talking to you, bro. I'm sorry, philosopher. I apologize.
It's all good, but what is the principle of the barrio, though?
It's the principle of the barrio, homie. Respect. Until I want to burn you and I'll fucking shoot you in the back, homie. Nothing major.
Hey,
so
what the
Brooklyn,
fuck?
talk to us. So what are you doing with your podcast, real quick?
That's crazy.
Showed ignorance.
So right now I just
think you
took a
don't
little
understand what
hiatus.
ignorance means.
You're on
My bad,
hiatus.
caller.
You got a question for the philosopher, real quick?
Damn.
Yeah, I just want to know, how is there a way, right? Because I'm from the East. I guess I was bred way different than the West Coast. And I've always tried to embrace the West Coast, how the form everyone thinks and how they have this North and South thing. Why is that about? Like, why can't everybody just be on the same boat and not be fueling this beef with one another, right?
Yeah.
Because it's funny when I watch these West Coast, like, podcasters, musicians, artists in general, they always talk about being united, being this and being that. But then when it comes to the North and the South, there's always conflict.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, bro, just off the top of my head, the way I think of a lot of that stuff is it's very natural for humans to we are like, evolutionarily speaking, we're very tied to tribalism, right? And we kind of need and even within our tribes, we all have like microcosms of different tribes, right? And that exists pretty much in everything. We're all fighters when we go to the gym, and we're all together on a team. But even with my boys, when it comes down to sparring, I know who I'm gonna put them hands on, right? And it doesn't make anything different. But as Americans, we all need to unite, right? The East-West Coast thing is odd, but I think you'll never be on par entirely with that, because like Latinos, right? California Mexicans are very different than Texas Mexicans. We can unite on some things, but on some things we have to be different. I think the real point is realizing to unite even with your differences, and then to realize that acceptance is more of the answer, right? Like the West Coast can never be the East Coast, and we can always sit down and beef on the differences of things, right? Like your East Coast rappers will always be more lyrical, your West Coast rappers will always be more boom bop and riding a beat more so than anything.
Gangster.
Right, exactly, right? Even that, our politics on gangs, our politics on prisons, right? And the West, fucking everything's ran off the prison politics. On the East, shit's a little different. There's a lot of race on things. We can never separate these things, because people inherently need tribalism. Even within our tribes, we need microcosms of different tribes, and to set values amongst these different tribes, right? But essentially to sit down and remember that we're all American at the end of the day. And yes, West Coast will be West Coast, and when you come to the West, our weather will be way better than yours. But when I go to the East, when I look at money, when I look at luxury, when I look at certain different things like that, and the way these high rises and different things that I don't have the West on, my job is to appreciate that. And then when you come to the West, show you how we live over here, and then show the fuck out. The problem is that in America, you're also looking at the same time, when we're looking at a time when we're educating ourselves, becoming woke, and becoming more accepting. Like what we're talking about, we're understanding our economic buying power way more than ever. So as Latinos, we're seeing the benefit of this now and being more conscious with our choices. But when it comes to the other end, dog, like just realizing that the same principle has to be kind of applied there.
I think like kind of to get to the callers, one of the callers' questions, right? Talking about North and South specifically here in California. I'm like,
the number down.
It's
down.
geographical. Like
exactly.
if I lived back in DC, I lived back east for about almost 3 years. So I spent a whole summer in Queens. I lived in DC. It was completely different. Yeah. The crazy thing about being back east is kind of everybody meshes. Like, you know, when everybody wanted to see what kind of Latino I was, they asked me, what kind of Spanish are you? I'm just like, bro, like, I don't have no idea. Like, Castellano.
Know that question, where you come from.
I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what kind of Spanish I speak? Like, I'm like, oh, no, bro, like, where you from? I'm like, oh, man, okay. Like, we have just a completely different way of communicating, right?
Yeah, like, what you mean about where you from?
Over here, where you from?
Like,
what you mean, old boy?
Like, you have that whole, here you have that whole north-south because it's, geographical. Like, the state of California is enormous. Yeah. Like, if from LA to like San Francisco to the Bay, bro, you're talking about 6-8 hours. If I drive north,
different people,
bro. If I drive north from DC, where I was staying at, 8 hours north, bro, I'm in fucking Canada, basically, bro. I've passed like 7 states. So like, to your point, right? Like, you have like this whole geographical kind of divide, right? And we don't really get to see each other. Besides, on top of all the prison politics and all those things that have permeated the culture here for like decades upon decades, right? Like that in itself is because we don't really cross paths like that. We're not we're not neighbors.
But that was kind of the point of America.
You know what I'm saying?
It was meant to be made as several different microcosms, right? The to the point that I was saying earlier, America as itself is a major tribe, and then every state is a microcosm of tribes underneath it. So the South is a different culture.
Let me take a knock at this. Go ahead. Hit it first. Go ahead.
Here's my thing, right? So we are an animal at the end of the day, right? So we have to go through evolution.
Yeah.
In our evolution right now, we can't stay stagnant. We have to keep on evolving. If not, what we're doing, we're just staying in one single place and not opening our horizons to what more is out there, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
And by doing that, right, the way the U.S. is broken down into certain sections, and especially California, is broken down into, you could say, your minorities, your working class, and then the upper class, right?
Yeah.
And by having these divisions, all you're doing is falling in line in what the government plans for us.
100%.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get rid of that.
So what we need to do is actually go out and break these fucking bridges. Break these borders between each other.
Yeah, but you're thinking like an adult, like a man. You're not thinking like a gangbanger. You're not thinking like something that's going on in the street. Let me break it out my truth to you. what's going on right now between North and the South is more the internet than anything else.
Yeah, and I'll focus on
Because all of a sudden you have, podcasts, you have Instagram, you have all kind of stuff.
Everybody with a voice.
And now everybody's got a voice. You had the interview with Adam 22 with the guy Bands, which I actually thought it was a good interview. I actually believed that the guy wasn't, unless somebody can clip it and send me the time, wasn't disrespectful in any way, kind of answered everything. And what I actually thought was cool about that interview, which he said that he wanted to do, and I think this is a great idea. Let me know what you guys think. Before, I don't know if it's still on the books or it's still up there. They wanted to do a rap song where it would have been a northern guy, a video guy goes up there. Whatever homies they get together, he said he would get 1,000. Yeah. They do their video. After that same camera guy with his crew goes down south. They do their thing, and it's not banging nobody. It's pretty much, hey, this is who we are. This is what we do. Kind of rap thing. And I was like, damn, that's just dope, homie.
Yeah, but people have done that in different ways, right? I think
not north and south, homie. That's
no,
a big,
yeah, not north and south, not north and south at all.
North and south is a hat, Cliffs and McCoys.
Yeah,
okay, it's a war. Yeah. It's a war that's been going on for
a different story, right?
Decades after decades after decades after decades.
Sure.
But now that you're on the street, it's just the same. It's the same war that we have in LA. Listen. Don't believe that the homies out here get along, bro. You just don't really see it on the internet unless you want to go to that part of the internet. On the internet out here, you got youngsters right here in the city, right there in your city. Fuck your hood, fuck your dead homies, fuck your this. And they're fucking young kids showing their guns and doing that whole shit, and they're banging each other. The only difference is it gets more views and more things when they saw north and south, north and south, north and south.
So here's a curveball, right? So you see how you just said that, right? And we have a lot of America right now divided on this whole war with these two countries overseas, right?
Yes.
And I'm not going to say their names because I'm pretty sure your video will get demonetized.
Oh, we already said it like 4, 5, 6, 10 times. We already said it. Don't worry about that.
All right.
Become a member and help the channel. We don't care about monetizing. We think we can do something bigger and better.
That's right.
So same shit with me. So Israel and Palestine, right?
Yes.
So his equivalence of speaking to, in this is a way to actually get to people in a better understanding.
Yes.
So that whole north and south is like Palestine and Israel.
No, not even close. Not even close.
I'm talking about like.
No,
thank you. So
I don't think
in a broader horizon to make people understand. You get me?
Right.
Yeah.
Just to make them look like, oh, this is how y'all think, and be like, nah, it's not like that. I'm like, it's exactly somewhat sort of like that. And you just have to paint it to people in a certain way for them to understand, to enlighten them and start seeing it in a different way.
No, what you have to do is this. Listen, you're seeing it as an adult. So we're looking at it as something complete. Once you become an adult, you look at that, you're like, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing?
Man,
to me, it's this. It's the education.
Yeah.
You have to teach the youth, the young. Yes. Listen, this guy is no different than you because he comes from over here. He has different swag, but guess what? So do my, my so-called enemies have more of my swag than somebody from, South Central, Pasadena, the IE, whatever it is. Everybody just has their own little swag.
Yeah.
Sure. And that's the only thing we have to see is like, all right, they got their own thing. But unfortunately, the internet, and I've seen this lately, is the internet has become a place where people come and bang, fool. It's become a gang. It's not even a keyboard. It's become a place where people politic and gangbang. And to me, I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? I'm just an old school guy, I guess, bro. But I'm like, wow.
But also snitching. There's a lot of self-snitching going on too.
Yep.
For sure, absolutely. The feds love it.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier about them. That you tell on yourself, right? But the funny part is, like, to be honest, I think the answer to the initial question is very simple. Why do white people? Well, how is the answer any different than some white dude loving fucking tacos and everything about Mexico, right? I could not be more different than you as a European, right? Like black and Latinos, we actually carry a lot of similarities, right? Certain cultures, we actually carry a lot of similarities. We don't really carry too many similarities with other cultures as well, like Europeans, for example. Be it food, religion, culture, the way we're raised, etc. Right? There's so many differences. Yet I'm able to indulge with certain Europeans and what their culture is or lack thereof, however you feel. And then vice versa, right? Because my job is not to change or mold any part of you. My job is to appreciate the unique aspects of you and then to give you some of mine. In the midst of that, we can kind of cohabitate. I can never make somebody from the north feel like somebody from the south, vice versa, from the west to the east. The only thing I can do is look at our tribes and again go back to these microcosms of tribes and then sit down and say like, hey, you know what? I don't have to skin you. I don't have to scalp you. I don't have to go to war with you. That I can have a difference of opinion. That is essentially the point of the experiment of America. And that's why the states were divided up, to be able to be their own unique entities, to express themselves differently, but to make up the whole, right? The point is to be different. The point is to express yourself different, but to make up the total whole of America, right? And I think you're supposed to do that with every single aspect, be that religious, be that political, be that states, be that nations, be that countries. That is the way your mind has to change. The way you think.
Yeah, but the homie in the block ain't thinking like that.
And
That's the block's problem.
And
The homie in the block ain't thinking like that.
And I completely agree with you. And I wanted to piggyback off of something that Gil was saying. Gil was saying, like, I'm just the old dude. I'm just the vet here. I'm that elder in my community.
Super important.
And I think that responsibility, to quote, the homie Chino from El Monte that we had here, right?
Yeah.
Being the elder in your community, in your village, you have a responsibility to create a safe space for these little homies to come in and
100%.
be able to pour into you and vice versa, right?
And educate us.
Because I never understood this saying until I reached this age, right? They say that youth is wasted on the young. And I had no idea what the fuck that meant. I'm like, bro, what the hell does that mean? You old heads keep telling me the same shit.
Until
what
the
is
youth
that?
was gone.
And then you get there. And I understand that from like a physical perspective, right? Because you and me both are in combat sports. I'm like, now I've been boxing for like 15 years. I'm a way better boxer than I ever was at this
your
point.
body
But
don't
my
follow
body
the
doesn't
same.
respond.
Yep.
I can't get off the way I can. I don't have the same stamina. I don't have the same strength, right? I can't be who I was when I was 25, 21 years old, right?
You know what to do.
But I know what to do. And it's the same thing about like living life. It's like being like somebody like Gil, being able to come to the neighborhood, being able to come to your group and say like, look, little homies, like all the stuff that you've been told, all the stuff that you've been preached, that's a lie. That is a falsehood.
Straight up.
Because I am here to tell you that when you get hemmed up, you get locked up, the only people putting money in your books is your jefita, your home, your brothers or your sisters, if you have them, if you're lucky to have them.
And even they'll forget about
and
you
even
over
then,
time.
they will forget about you.
Yeah, straight
Everybody
up.
is forgotten
You're a
about,
ghost.
right? And you become a ghost. You become a burden. And unfortunately, we're not having those real conversations with these young men, and we're allowing them to go out there and like, back to Chino, what he was saying, right? These are hurt kids out there, really taking their traumas out on the world, mad at the world, right? I'm like, and you sit down and you have conversations with all these guys kind of crashing out. I'm like, and you find out that they're hurting inside because XYZ happened to them, right? And they're out there taking it out on the world. So as elders, it's our responsibility to take care of our village and to set that example.
Absolutely. And to your point, bro, like before this era where somebody like myself can have a mic and some people can respect just things that I'm saying, who the fuck is gonna listen to a philosopher, dog? They're gonna call me when I'm coming up trying to learn. They're gonna be like, there's that nerd fool, there's a smart homie on the block.
What you're gonna get, philosopher, you're gonna get that audience that they are philosophers, bro, which is great.
And that's what
which
I'm
is
saying.
great,
and
bro.
that's cool, but
Hey Brooklyn, you made a hell of a great phone call. Just to let you know.
No,
brother.
that was actually a valuable question. But nowadays, I can capture an audience because of the luxury of technology and social media in the era I'm in, right? I'm cool with that. But if, let's say you take me back 20, 30 years ago, I'm the woke homie. I'm the dashiki homie on the block trying to sit down.
No, you're
you know
a mysterious. They should call you mysterious.
You're the
fool.
Waracha homie.
Waracha flies,
Hey,
homie.
Brooklyn, can I break it down to you what the message is to all the homies from up north, all the homies down south?
Yeah, don't be a lame, be happy, fool.
All right. So the band's interview I liked, except people didn't say the word South, which is kind of weird to me. Again, maybe I'm an old guy, but this is what it is, homie. To every youngster out there in the hood, norteño, sureño, norte, south, whatever you want to call yourself, homie, it's like this, homeboy. It's just a name of a different hood.
Straight up.
Whether it's I'm over here in my hood, and up the street you got this barrio. Up the street, they got this barrio. Up the street, you got this barrio. It's just a different name of a neighborhood. North and South is just a different name of a hood, homie.
And where you were born.
And where you were born, what block. They have a different thing. Yeah, we will find any reason to hate those vatos, homie.
Straight up.
And I'm going to tell you, I've been here since 89 on the gangbang thing. And I hated those vatos all day long. F them, F them, F them. And as we grew up, I know guys my age, homie, a little bit older. Hey, how you doing? From the other side, from the enemy side, and they will all tell you it ain't worth it. I got homies getting out for murder. They tell you they ain't worth it. They're kicking with the guys that were killing. Like in other words, at some point, we have to elevate the game, homie.
Yeah,
I've said it before, and people got upset. Gang banging is a low level game.
Straight up,
it's a low level game. If you're looking at America and the shit we've been talking, the politics, gang banging is a game that's way the fuck down there.
Yep.
And at what point do we, as brown men, stand the fuck up and say, you know what? Let's grow the fuck up.
straight up.
And that's what I got, player.
And to
And
be
you know,
honest,
with
man,
one more thing
Yes, sir.
that I'm always gonna remember too, as a kid growing up, you fighting for what?
that
Because when
part.
gentrification hits the block, guess what? You're out.
Yeah.
That ain't your block if somebody wants to take you off of it. And to
All
be
right, my
honest,
man, Brooklyn. Appreciate the call, man.
the one thing I would add to what you
Man,
said, though,
take
man,
care.
and because I think that was deep, bro, and that was very, that was beautiful what I said. The one thing I would add is, like, if you want to get into that side of shit, bro, like, what do you want to lose? Because I promise you won't win nothing.
Oh, no. You,
Right.
you just fucked up your life, Holmes. Like, straight up.
Yeah.
You just fucked up your life.
It's
Like, straight
over
up.
with.
No, yeah, definitely. But man, what a hell of an episode, dog. Philosopher, you really took us on a sick one.
on a sick one.
Yeah, dog. Fuck.
That was dope.
Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
let me take the crystal ball off. Get the tarot cards away.
He
Crystal
opened up
ball.
today.
I
He
don't know.
went
That's
deep.
a-
Fool.
not
He went
not that
deep.
type
He
of
went deep,
crystal.
fool. I
G.
love
Yeah.
it. I love it. This is a great episode.
Oh, hey.
No, but one hell of an episode, boys. Anything you guys want to say before we wrap this up?
I appreciate you guys having me on as a guest, man. Hopefully
Man,
you guys can bring me
appreciate
back
you
one day.
having this
Come on,
platform,
OG.
yeah. Come on, OG.
Gracias.
Hey, homie. What you want?
What's up, boys? Anything y'all want to say before we get up
Man,
out of here?
To be honest, man, I just again like to appreciate you, Tony. Having the platform up. It's dope to sit down and be able to have a space to chop this
yeah,
up.
right here.
Appreciate you, AC, for even providing the platform for this all to go down. And yeah, man, just green side of the grass, bro. As long as you're breathing, it's a good day.
That's
Yeah,
right,
brother.
That's right. Shout
shout
out
out.
Hate Our Extracts
There
for,
you
the,
go.
for the
Yes,
flyer
sir.
flower.
Zoom in over there. Christopher.
Come out here. Grab some fire.
No more Snickle Fritz.
No more Snickle Fritz OG, my G. Just grab some top shelf. Shout out to them. Thank you for always sponsoring us. Thank you for keeping us lifted. Gracias.
There you go, players.
Y'all stay tuned for next week, man. Make sure y'all get in the comments. Let us know certain maybe debates, conversations y'all want us to talk about, and we'll bring them up on the next episodes. I know a lot of people probably want to hear more from Philosopher. Give us some topics. Throw them in the comments, man.
Let's have that conversation.
We'll have those
That's right.
conversations.
Let's have that conversation.
Yes, sir. But till next week, man, it's been your boy Doughboy with another episode of What's the Word. Catch y'all next week. Have a blessed night.
Sheep.